Okay. I gotta stop doing that. That Progressive commercial tells me I'm not supposed to make that kind of sigh of relief noise whenever I sit down. Apparently it's something that parents do, and not something that normal people do. I can't say I have any indication one way or the other myself, but whatever. Anyway, we're here again. We'll get started in about 2.5 minutes, and we'll get moving with this stuff. I need to move this over slightly. There we go. Okay. Might actually have to take off this jacket before the end of the stream today, because actually, you know what I might do? I might go get a lighter jacket real quick. I'll be right back. Because I'll tell you what, that heavier jacket not going to do me any favors on a day like today, where it's 60 degrees outside. So, probably for the best that I just wear this bad boy. And even this may be too much at some point. I may end up taking it all, except for my t-shirt off. But we'll see. Okay, let me take a drink, and then we'll get started. If I can get it open. There we go. You know what I should do? I hope I remember this, because I think it's a decent idea. I should set a new command for Nightbot. And it's just a reminder command for anything in my notes that I need to do urgently on any particular stream. So that way I don't forget and end up with a situation like we had in the last episode where I didn't get the nature I wanted for Snorlax. Now granted, the nature I got for Snorlax will be very useful. I got Sassy instead of Brave, so, and I mean, look at these ridiculous IVs, but still, it could have been a whole lot worse. Thankfully, it worked out for the best, so I guess it's not a huge deal. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the Stream Edition. Last time, we took care of business in Team Rocket's hideout underneath the Celadon City Game Corner, and then laid the malevolent spirit of Marowak to rest in the Pokemon Tower. And after we did that, we went and caught a Snorlax using the newfound Poke-Flute that we got from Mr. Fuji. Now we're here in Saffron, where it appears the Team Rocket is taking over. So we're going to have to do something about that. But I've realized in the interim that it might be a little difficult to, take down an entire criminal organization by myself. I mean, in this game, Gen A's like, 10 years old? Might be a little bit of a challenge for one person, So we are going to explore all of Saffron City first before we run right through the front door and see if we can scare up a little bit of help for all of this. course, it won't really help me in terms of scaring up the best customers in town because, well, the gym won't even let me in because Team Rocket's got it all barricaded. By that I mean somebody's standing in front of the door and won't let me in. But, I mean, there's a trainer fan club here. Maybe they've got a few decent Pokemon. Or maybe they don't. I was kind of hoping that the trainer fan club would be full of elite trainers that knew what they were doing but respected other trainers because they may have, like, I don't know, trained them or something. But apparently not. Yeah, that is something we haven't figured out yet, isn't it? We don't know who the gym leader in Viridian is yet, although I think if we would have gone there... We could have gone there when we went back through Diglett's cave to get back to the professor, see if he knew anything about that old Amber. But, excuse me, if we would have checked the door there, it would have been locked still, so... I mean, I don't need it. It says good luck on it, and it's signed to me, but if you want it, I'll give it to you. Do I have anything to sell? I probably have some stuff to buy and sell, don't I? Let's see. If I did it last time, I have the repel at the very least to sell. I got a bottle cap. Yeah, other than that, I think we're in decent shape. We could... I mean, I guess I could use one singular full heal. But other than that, I think we're pretty well good. I can also sell that X special defense. I think these are all sorted already. The only thing that we're missing are like the silver and gold Nanab berries and then the silver raspberries. And if we get any other Pokeballs as well. But yeah, we don't have to worry about that just yet. We have a rare candy. I could use it on Totoro to get him up closer to everybody else. But he just gained some experience from Mina, didn't he? How much? Not much. Okay. Well, I'm just feeding you all the way through today, Totoro. It's like a feeding frenzy when you first got here, so here you go. Get him a little closer to everybody else, since he's going to be a star. And I mean, there's no question he's going to be a star. He just got 5 special defense from that one level. That's nuts, man. It's ridiculous. He's super strong. Anyway. Yep, thank you for the info. Already knew that, though. And yeah, Max Repel is the highest level Repel, but, I mean, we haven't really used any Repels at all in this one, because I might even sell the Super Repels that I have, because we really don't need them for much of anything. You can run away from any Pokemon that you don't want to fight in this game, so it's like, I don't know if I really need them. I think I'll just get rid of them. Save on inventory space, you know? Oh, how the turns have tabled. Now I'm keeping things that actually lure wild Pokemon to me instead of repelling them away from me like I do in other games. Oh boy. Okay, let's get rid of this health candy. Don't need this either. Anything else? I think I had an X special defense and that was it, right? Yeah. That's it. We'll keep the X accuracy. It might come in handy someday, but the rest we'll hold on to. And I'll hold on to the PowerPoint ups as well. We won't need them just yet, but we may come across a need for them eventually. Well, I mean, we could use them now if I really wanted to, but on some of our Pokemon. But yeah, we'll hold off on them for a little while. I said I needed 1 full heal, and that was it. Thank you, sir. Don't really need to go all the way to the store just for 1 full heal, but well, I had a few things to sell, so, you know. Okay, let's keep going here. Officer Jenny, any idea? Okay, yeah, Team Rocket has unfortunately got the numbers game here, so the officers can do things, but, you know, if Team Rocket has the numbers, it's kind of hard. You know, the Fighting Dojo might have halfway decent trainers in it. Let's see if we can go in there and scare up some help. First things first, though, let me bring Ferdinand out front, because he is going to be pretty nice against Pokemon in the Fighting Dojo, considering it's a Fighting Dojo. You know, it's not, the name isn't there for nothing, you know. What do you think, Ferdinand? You like the smell of tatami? I guess we'll find out. Well, that's just fine. Fighting is super effective against rock, after all. But how do you do against bugs, sir? And flying types? Because you're going to face both. At the same time... Oh, okay. Does this Graveler have Stockholm Syndrome? Because that's the only reason I can think that it would be following you if you shatter boulders for your training every day. That was the reason, by the way, why I didn't give Ferdinand the rare candy, because he's almost at level 35. I didn't actually remember that, but maybe my subconscious accidentally remembered that, and that's why I was... I didn't give it to him. Alright, Littlefoot, let's see what you can do. Okay, that's fine. I'll heal all that off next turn with Mega Drain, basically, and then Littlefoot will be level 36. Everybody's getting gains. That's the idea, though. We're in the fighting dojo. If we're not getting gains, we're doing it wrong. Good work, Littlefoot. Get all that HP back. Thank you. Apologies if anyone found that noise I just made rather disgusting. But that's alright. So yeah, if we had any of the other starters, now that, or even a Pidgeotto, now that we're level 36, they would evolve. But, well, we don't have to worry about that because we have, we chose to use Bulbasaur as our, one of our 3 Kanto starters. So. And that, sir, is why you wear finger tape when you're punching hard stuff. I'm going to take on the coach trainer in a minute. Let's take on the rest of the fighting dojo members first. Trespassing? Well, then don't leave the door unlocked. I feel like that's the motto of burglars everywhere, but, you know. Okay, this Ferdinand can handle. Yeah, level 31 as well, so this shouldn't be too bad. Probably a couple of hits and we'll be good. Gotcha! Yeah, see? Not quite enough, but that's okay. Wonder if Psychic would have done a little more. Actually, probably not, because with Stab, I get... What is that? 37-ish extra power on that. So... Yeah, but Air Slash did more than Psychic would have done there. Guess Primate didn't like the bees now, did he? Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. Well, 3 to go, but, you know, we'll get there. Well, I did already defeat half of your dojo members in, like, no time at all, so... Let's see what you've got. A Poliwhirl, okay. That's fine. More fuel for the Littlefoot fire. Even though it's not a fire. You know what I mean. I probably should teach Totoro something other than what I have on him now. I mean, I don't really have anything better than Shadow Ball for him in terms of being able to cover ghosts at the moment. But... And I'm not sure if he can learn Dig. If he can, then I would probably take that, but... I'm not sure if he can even learn it, so... I guess I can look. Could even teach him Brick Break as well. That might be more useful to him until we get something else later on that can take care of not just ghosts, but also other Pokemon. Shadow Ball pretty much just takes care of ghosts and psychic types, so... excuse me. Yes, indeed, Judge. 3 points for me so far. Oh, by the way, am I certified here? No. No. I mean, Jenna is about to be certified here, but I apparently chose to train somewhere else. I wonder why. Okay. Next guy. I am. Evidently, you weren't paying much attention. You were stoically meditating while I dismantled the teams of everyone else. So everybody else has, like, a Japanese name, and then here's Mike over here just, okay. I mean, it could be, like, Mike, but I kind of doubt it. He's got a Machoke. Now, those guys have Rock Slide, which is a little spook, but... Actually, I would probably die from a Rock Slide, wouldn't I? Here's where it gets tricky. Let's send Mithra in. She's got Floaty Fall. And all of the power to use it. You got this, Mithra. Oh, submission, okay. Maybe he doesn't have Rock Slide yet. Ow. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. We got Floaty Fall. It should be good enough. Use them balloons. Give him a big sky dash. Big sky hug. There you go, Mithra. Good work. Hey, Conker. It's going good. How's it going for you there? We are just trying to scare up some help before we go storming the gates of Sylph Company. Trying here in the fighting dojo, but these guys seem more intent on meditating and fighting me than they do on helping me take Sylphco back from Team Rocket, so... I'm doing the best I can. But if I can't convince them, well... then I guess I'll just go through the front door myself. And also, we need to fully explore Saffron before we went anywhere else, so... let's see, do I fight the coach trainer now? I mean, I guess I could fight the coach trainer now. I'm going to save for safety, but, you know. I do that normally with coach trainers, just in case. I'm actually not sure if you get the same type of, like, a whiteout, basically, if you lose to a coach trainer. You're on loan, huh? Okay, sure, I'll fight you. Let's see what we can do. Might be a little bit more of a challenge than the rest of the guys in here. I'd be okay with that. Doing alright working on some homework at the moment. Gotcha, Conker. Nice. Hopefully it all goes well for you. I got a little homework of my own to do after I'm done with this stream. Gotta do some price points for some of the equipment that I was using when I was doing my safety training, because the one part that they don't really tell you about the safety training is that it involves paperwork. Gotta get all my papers in order before I go back to class tomorrow, or else I'm kinda up shit's creek. So... do I send an Interceptor and burn, or do I just Psychic and hope for the best? Actually, Air Slash might flinch, so let's try that. I don't want to get Rock Slid, but I might at the end of the day anyway, so... aha! Perfect. Exactly as planned. Plan for the flinch hacks. Good work, Ferdinand. Hey, Dak and Zeke. It's going good. How's it going for you there? Welcome. We're just hanging out at the fighting dojo, trying to see if anybody's going to help us go into Sylphco. That's an Electabuzz. I'm getting Ferdinand the heck out of here, because that's not really going to work for him. Emery, you can handle this. As long as it doesn't have, like, Ice Punch or something. If it has Ice Punch, we're in a little bit of trouble, but... actually, not even, because Electabuzz probably can't KO Sandslash with one Ice Punch, so I could probably still get away with it and just dig and go from there. Okay, well, if she had Ice Punch, she would have used it, so... yes, all according to Cake, indeed. That is precisely what I was thinking. Okay, well that takes care of that. Perfect. Good work, Emery. Good work, Ferdinand. Everybody did good. And that takes care of this coach trainer. Put up a bit more of a fight than the other guys in here, but it still wasn't a match for me. What do you got? Ah, nice. So she's the first of 3 trainers that we'll find around Kanto that will give us an Elemental Punch TM. This one is Thunder Punch, and it's actually pretty nice. My plan is to have Totoro learn one of these punching moves, depending on what I need at various different situations. So like if I'm going to go up against a bunch of dragons, I'm going to teach him Ice Punch. Eventually we'll have all 3, so then I can kind of rotate around the different moves as I need them. And he'll be able to do some good stuff. Okay, so he can't learn Dig. That's fine. Let's teach him Brick Break? Or should I keep Shadow Ball? I think I'm going to keep Shadow Ball just for now. And let's teach him Thunder Punch, shall we? I know we've already got Mithra for that, but I'm sure Thunder Punch will come in more handy for him than Psychic. So... because Psychic ain't going to do a whole lot by comparison to Thunder Punch. If I hit super effectively with Psychic, it'll do some, but if I hit super effectively with Thunder Punch off of his ridiculous attack stat, it'll do a lot. So, let's see. I could heal Mithra again, but I think we'll be okay. Let's finish this place up, shall we? See what we get out of this. Hello, Mr. Karate Master. Nice to meet you. Well, I've already challenged everyone else, so you're the only one left. Let's see what you've got! And for the Karate Master of Kanto, I mean, that's actually pretty fair. He I was thinking it was going to be a Poliwhirl, so I was about to be miffed, but no, it's a Poliwrath, so good on you, sir. You have bamboozled me, but that's okay, because it means that you have a Pokemon that seems to be pretty appropriate considering you're the leader of the dojo. Only thing you could have had that would have made this a little bit more difficult is if you would have had him a Champ, but, well, we don't got to worry about that. Okay, so we're paralyzed from Body Slam, but Affection System, so lol. Alright, let's Mega Drain. We have a bit of a level advantage for right now on these trainers with a couple of our Pokemon, but that won't last. Okay, Conker, we'll see you in a little bit. Go grab what you need from the stove. Oh, he got 2 Parahacks, nice. And this one didn't help me. That's okay. I'm not all that worried about it. Finish this up, there we go. And then we'll go heal. Goodbye, Poliwrath. Good work, everybody. As usual, Littlefoot and Ferdinand carrying us through the fighting types. Perfect. Gotta do that when I don't have a psychic type to just dismantle them all with, you know. Oh, okay. So what should I take instead? Ah. So yes, you get the choice of one of 2 fighting type Pokemon, either Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. Choose wisely. They're actually both pretty good. Basically, Hitmonlee is the stronger of the 2. It gets the more powerful moves, but its coverage is a little bit more limited. Hitmonchan is a little weaker, but it gets a lot more coverage than Hitmonlee does. So you can't really go wrong. Just pick the one that you like the best. I'm not planning on using either of them, so I guess I'll go with Hitmonchan. Sure. At one point in my notes, when I was planning this playthrough out, I was going to be using Hitmonchan in my team, but it didn't work out to where he would actually make it, but I guess he can get an honorable mention. Let's read his Pokedex entry, shall we? Hitmonchan punches in corkscrew fashion. It can punch its way through a concrete wall like a drill. Man, some strong punches. Sorry, Hitmonlee, just, no harm, no foul, right? Just figured I'm picking random. Well, I'd like to, but I don't have any fighting types, so I guess I'll just leave. Goodbye. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't talk to Hitmonlee again to just say hi. It'll just tell you, hey, you can't be greedy. You can only pick one of these 2. It's like, I'm just asking how his day's going, game. Slow down. Okay, let's keep checking the buildings then, like Ferdinand was thinking. We'll heal Littlefoot in a little bit. We just need to head back to the Pokemon Center, but it's all the way across town, so... Oh, really? Huh. She must be pretty good at it if she's already got a nickname. Hi, Chansey. I wonder. Let's go find out, shall we? And see what she likes. Well, apparently she likes Doduo. Hi there. You're in the wrong spot if you're trying to look in the pretty mirror. It's over here. Well, maybe she likes Clefairy then, huh? I'm going to anticipate and say yes, she probably does like Clefairy quite a bit. Okay, wait a minute. I'm confused. How do you even know what my voice sounds like anyway? I don't talk. Do you get an item over here? Ah, she has another Moonstone over here. Okay, well, there's our 3rd. We can actually do something about that as well. Let me see if we don't have a Clefairy, but I can bring Clefable into the party. And maybe she'll like that. Hang on, Mithra. You just sit back and relax for a second. I know I said I wasn't going to take you out of the party again, but... see if I can make this little girl's day. Or just terrify her with the gigantic Clefable. What's up, Clefable? No, actually. Okay, so apparently you can't do it with Clefable. Maybe if you have a Clefairy specifically, she does something different, but yeah, not this time. I've already got that all taken care of. Actually, before I do that, let's add Jigglypuff to the party, because we have another Moonstone, so let's just fix that so that we can evolve Jigglypuff. And then we'll have 3 out of 4. Just working our way right through this whole Pokedex mess. That's for sure. This is probably the game where I'm going to have the most Pokemon in the Pokedex completed out of all the ones that I'll ever play for the channel. So I'm trying to do my best to get a nice assortment of Pokemon, even if I'm not going to use them. And there we go. Jigglypuff has evolved into Wigglytuff. So that's 3 out of 4. Now we just got to get something for Nidorino eventually. Let's read Wigglytuff's Pokedex entry, shall we? Wigglytuff's body is very elastic. By inhaling deeply, it can continue to inflate itself without limit. That's also terrifying. just never stop, and then the whole world just gets crushed under the weight of all that air pressure. Fantastic! Yeah, Kanto's Pokedex entries, even back in Gen 1, got to be a little bit of nightmare fuel in some cases. Oh boy. Anyway. We're out of here. She probably gives you something, like I said, if you have a Clefairy, but I don't have a Clefairy. I have a Clefable, so... Can't do it, unfortunately. And I think this is the last building other than the street that Silphco's on, so... Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm not gonna. But this is the Pidgey from, I think... Was it Vermilion City, where the person said that their sister or something lived in Saffron and the Pidgey was going to take the letter to them, so... Yeah, maybe I evolved my Clefairy a little too early, huh? Oh well, no big deal. She probably gives you like a TM or something for doing it. I don't know. Alright. So anyway, we've taken care of the fighting dojo. Now, normally right here, I would actually go to the, just directly to Silphco, and we would go from there. But I'm going to call a bit of an audible at the moment because of the fact that I want to go grab another Pokemon from a certain spot that I was mentioning we might be going to eventually here anyway. So we're going to go grab them first before I think about all this. Although... Do I want to go do that, or do I want to go do the other thing first? Let me think about this, because there is something else I want to go do, but I also got to think about it because, I mean, okay, so Team Rocket's right here. This is the center of their operations right now, is all up in here. But I'm a known target at the moment for Team Rocket, so who's to say, and if they have, you know, enough intelligence to take over the largest company in Kanto, who's to say that they don't have the intelligence to try to say, well, that trainer was pretty capable. You know how we can stop them? By diverting them back here so that, by, you know, maybe taking their mother hostage or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, that would be rather vexing. So I guess I'm a little worried about Mom. I don't want her to have any problems while Team Rocket's out in full force. Let's go make sure she's all right. Let's use Skydash and we'll head out. And I also haven't petted Mithra yet today, so I guess I can go do that now. I'm glad you enjoyed the sunlight. I'm enjoying the sunlight and the heat myself in real life. And as usual, we'll actually, let's give a silver Pineapple Berry. We got more of those now. Probably never going to use them on wild Pokemon, so. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hate to, have you do any exercise while you just ate, but let's try out Skydash, shall we? Let's go make sure Mom's okay. We'll head back home. Well, it looks like they haven't made it out here yet, but... I'm having some fun, sure, but I've also made myself the target of a criminal, or the known target of a criminal organization, so that doesn't really help us all that much. Man, I still don't know, though. I'm a little concerned. Again, I don't want me to be dismantling them from the inside out and then them have, like, some sort of splinter operation or something happening, and they're like, yeah, we've taken your mom hostage. Either give up now or we'll do to her what we did to the Mother Marowak. It's like, good lord. That is not something a 10-year-old needs on their conscience. But what can we do about it? I have an idea. I don't think I'm gonna like it, but I have an idea. Okay, Ferdinand, you're like my second best buddy. Like, you and Mithra have been with me since almost the beginning, and I'm happy that you're here, but I'm a little worried. I don't want anything to happen to Mom or the rest of the people here in Pallet Town while we're taking on Team Rocket, and I mean, I guess the professor's here, but I don't know if he said he was too old to go doing Pokedex hunting stuff, so who's to say he's capable of fighting against a criminal organization that has decently high-level Pokemon, you know? Can I rely on you? Can you keep an eye on the house while I'm gone? Just keep an eye on Mom, keep an eye on everybody. I mean, it's close to Viridian Forest. You can go tell all your old buddies about all your adventures and everything, and then you can keep this place safe, too. I would appreciate it if you could. What do you say? Well, I mean, if you stay here, you'll get to know her a little bit better. Okay, buddy. Then that's what we'll do. Let's put you away real quick. So you can stay here for now, Ferdinand. Keep Mom safe, keep the town safe. We'll be back once we've taken care of this whole mess. Okay. Well, I feel a little better now because at least I have a decently high-level Pokemon with really powerful techniques keeping the town safe. Of course, now we have a bit of an open slot in our team, don't we? Oh, did the copycat get to you? She's making you mimic me now? Or mimic me, not Jenny, but you know. Anyway, so yeah, normally here is where I would just say, okay, now that we're protected and we've got the town safe, let's go back to Silphco and we'll do that. But, gotta call an audible because we don't have our 6th party member just yet, so we're gonna go get it right now by going back to Celadon. Gotta make a bit of a detour, then we'll go into Silphco and we'll see what we can do. Alright, Interceptor, let's go run free real quick. You know, as best we can without running people over. So, and we have the Pokeflute at this point, so if you come over here to Route 16, well, you may notice that there just so happens to be another sleeping Snorlax. And we're going to take care of it right now before we move too far here. I'm going to save, but I'm actually not planning on catching this Snorlax. I'm just going to fight it, calm it down, and then let it go. I think you can do that. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to find out. Oh, there we go. Sure, I'll use Pokeflute. See if this one mistakes me for food as well. Mr. Fuji made it sound like they all do. So, I guess we'll find out. Hi, Snorlax. Oh, good lord. You'd think we could avoid this misunderstanding by just having Totoro come out of his ball and say, hey man, not cool. But, I don't know, maybe there's like competition among Snorlax. I dunno. Okay, so let's burn this guy. This girl, excuse me. Make the headbutts and the licks do a little less damage. Get some residual damage. Yeah, it's still pretty strong, even with a burn. I mean, I know Interceptor doesn't have the best defense, but still, you know. Alright, let's switch into Emery now because she's got the defense for this, and then we'll just keep breaking until this one falls over. Well, falls over isn't really the right word. Instead of falls over, calms down. That's smart of you. I forgot that you had rest in your moveset, but that's okay. We should be able to take care of business before that becomes a problem. Yeah, there we go. So next turn we will Headbutt, and then we'll Brick Break on the last turn, and that'll take care of business. Probably is going to seem like a waste, though, to a lot of people, because if I do what I'm planning on doing here, I'm going to be willingly giving up potentially like 1,300 experience points, but honestly, I just want to know if it works, you know? So, okay. So we should have been able to have calmed the Snorlax down now, so she can return to her mountainous home and not feel like she's too enraged, you know? So does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, so exactly like what would have happened if you didn't catch Snorlax in previous generations, like in Gen 1 or Gen 3. If you had just knocked them out, they would give a yawn and then return to the mountains. Cool. I see an item over there. I don't want to go too far in here, though, because if we go to the left of this area, like through that gate... Oh, hello, a Doduo. I'll catch you while I'm here. That'll make up for some of the EXP I missed off of that Snorlax. But yeah, what was I going to say? If I go to the left there are some trainers over there, and there's a house over there that you can get an item in, but there's some trainers over there that have some rather high-level Pokemon at this point, so I'm going to just avoid that altogether. You like to jump, don't you? There you go. Not going to get too much of another chance there, so I might as well take the nice where I can get it. Okay. She's really trying to fly, this one. Okay. That actually worked pretty good. Cool. Would have worked a little better if I'd have gotten it on the first throw, but that's okay. I'll take it. It's still not too bad. So we caught a Doduo. Let's read its Pokedex entry, shall we? Doduo's short wings make flying difficult. Instead, this Pokemon runs at high speed on developed legs. Cool. Now, that is not our 6th Pokemon. I'm going to put it away in the box now, but figured while I was here, might as well catch it, you know. And actually, it could evolve, like, really quickly if I really wanted to keep it. How much experience do you need to get to 35? Because you would evolve, like, right away. 3,500. Yeah, we're not going to get that. Your nature sucks. Modest nature? Oh, hang on. I almost forgot something. We got to go back into Celadon, actually, as well. I got to go get a fortune reading for a nature. So, whoops, that's the wrong sorting. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I got to go get a nature reading so that I get the correct nature. So let's grab this item real quick, and then we'll head back out. Oh, another PowerPoint up. Okay, cool. That will help. Bye, Doduo. Alright, and we'll go heal while we're here as well, just so I'm topped off before going into the next area, because the next area we lose the level advantage that we have over the regular trainers. It's not even like a gym leader or a strong trainer or anything like that. We just simply don't have the correct levels on the regular trainers in the next area. Probably because you're not supposed to go there until after you clear out Silphco, but, you know. Like I said, our 6th is waiting for us there. And I want it. So, oh, fortune reading. Duh. Hold on. Abort mission. There we go. Hello. Sure, I'll learn my fate. What did I have listed in here for the nature? Did I have modest? I did have modest, but I kind of might want bold instead. Yellow or blue flowers. This, by the way, will change the nature of all Pokemon that we catch from here until the end of the day, basically. So it resets whenever your switch ticks over to the next day. So, I'm actually going to go with bold. So yellow. And then red. I think you can get a neutral nature if you say the same 2 types of flowers, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Yes, a bold nature. Okay, cool. Thank you. That will help. All right, let's take our bold fortune and go for a run, shall we? And it makes sense that we would be going for a run anyway, because where we're going, there's lots of room to run. So Interceptor will get a nice little workout along the way. Because, yeah, we're going to Pokemon Road. Used to be Cycling Road, but there are no bicycles you can ride in this game, so. Will do. Sounds good. Thank you. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, certain Pokemon, we don't have any of them yet, will allow you to actually fly on their backs when you, decently high up in the sky while they're out of their Pokeball. Like I said, we don't have any of them just yet, but later on in the game, we'll get at least one of them. Oh, nice. Hopefully you guys have fun. Oh, okay, so that's who you... Right. Oh, another one of the aids, okay. I sure have. Take a look at my Pokedex. Yeah, that's why you want to keep catching stuff, because you never know when you'll find one of these aids. And for completing that requirement of 40 species, we get 30 Ultra Balls. Awesome. Now I don't gotta go buy a whole bunch. I probably will still buy a whole bunch, but now I don't have to buy as many. I mean, that saves me, like, what? They're 500 a piece, so that's 1,000 for 2. That's $15,000 he just saved me, so that's not too bad. Maybe that's what Team Rocket was working on then. Maybe they're taking over the building because Silphco's working on Pokemon capturing technology. They did say that they needed to capture Pokemon all over the world for their operations to work successfully. I wonder if this is looking at Pokemon Road or if it's looking at the other side of Kanto where you can see like Route 12 through 15. I'm not sure. Either way, off we go. Let's take a stroll on Pokemon Road. This is not quite the road to Viridian City, but we'll take care of it. How you feeling, Interceptor? Good. Yeah, apparently you can chat with your Pokemon that you have out, like if you're riding on their back, just by... I think I just tapped A, right? Yeah, when you're not looking at something. Well, good. I'm glad. So this part is Route 16 right here, but Route 17 starts just below us, and that's actually where we want to go, so... But of course, before we get there, we're going to have to face the Gatekeeper. Well, thank you. Let's see what yours look like. For now, we might still have a level advantage, because he might have lower-ish level Pokemon. And if they're Psyducks, then Littlefoot's got the second highest amount of experience out of everybody in our party, so... Yeah, we're about the same, if not a little higher, so... I taught you Thunder Punch, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Let's see you in action then, Totoro. You can probably handle whatever this Psyduck's got coming for you. I might even take him out and have him take care of things with all of the trainers here. I'll be fighting at a maximum 4 trainers between here and the grass that I need my Pokemon from, so... Yeah, that's not going to do a whole lot. Give him a Thunder Punch! Bah! Nice. That will work. Now Totoro's going to take a while to get leveled from because he's so strong as it is, but that's okay. He'll be fine. What a horrible screech, but unfortunately it's not really going to do you a whole lot of good. Sorry to say it, Psyduck, but you're not really going to get the chance to take advantage of that screech. I don't even know if you know any physical moves. I guess we'll find out, or no, we won't, because he's just going to screech again. You getting greedy, kid. What do you think this is, Shin Megami Tensei? You don't have partners with which to heal you before your press turns run out. Nice, Mithra's level 37. We're getting there on these levels. Well, thank you. This Snorlax is very, very powerful. Okay, cool. So we can go for a heckin' stroll. Let's bring Totoro farther up in the party. There we go. We'll just leave Interceptor to run for us because, I mean, we're riding on his back. This seems the most appropriate thing to do, you know. Although I can't really search the bushes while I'm on his back now, can I? Okay, sorry, buddy. I'll put you away for a second. We'll do a run back after I search through all the bushes for all the items that could or could not be here. Yeah, see, I can see it on Mithra's back there. With her tail going. I think these berries also respawn, but I'm not sure if they respawn only after you've defeated the Elite Four or what. I saw the tail going again. It's not this way. It's this way. There we go. Found him. These trainers that are here that you can actually see with their Eevee evolutions out, they're the ones that I'm a little concerned about in terms of fighting them. They're not too hard, but their Pokemon are a higher level than ours, so I'm going to try to avoid them if I can. Oh, it's right here somewhere. Hang on. There it is. A Pineapple Berry. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to avoid them if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to avoid all of them, but it's just going to depend on where the Flareon lady is. There she is. More berries! Very good, very good. Yeah, check all of these if you can, because there might be some berries all over the place here. Ah, yes, and I see a few already. Well, at least one. And this is the patch of grass that I am looking for. This is where my 6th and final Pokemon for my team that I'll be keeping is going to be located. So let's see what we can find in here, shall we? It's a little bit of a rarity. About as rare as that guy, actually. Should I catch you? I guess I will. Even though we just caught your pre-evolution. Oh my god. This is a level 38 Dodrio. We might not be catching this one. I know I just said we might, but... Oh, hang on. Stay there for a minute. Please. Nice. Okay. Had to do that quickly, because it was right in the center of the screen. I knew I could get away with it, but... Alright. Doesn't get much better than that. Working fast, but we got it. And 940 experience is our prize. Very nice. And Littlefoot's actually not too far behind Mithra now. Mithra's going to have to do a little catching up. The rate we're going. Ooh, Emery got to 36, and now she's learning Swords Dance. Nice. We can definitely get rid of Defense Curl for that. Swords Dance is very powerful. +2 attack buff, so that will definitely help her out with... sweeping the floor with people, eventually. And Littlefoot's 37 as well. Nice. Well, we got a Dodrio. Let's read its Pokedex entry, shall we? One of Doduo's 2 heads splits to form a unique species. It runs close to 40 miles an hour in prairies. Man, the anime made it sound like it ran a lot faster, but whatever. And Dodrio is another Pokemon that you can ride on the back of if you have it in your party and you take it out. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually give you a speed boost, if I recall correctly, by comparison to how you normally would if you were just walking around. I think it's about the exact same speed as if you were walking around. I could be wrong, though. Okay. Well, that wasn't what I was looking for, so let's keep looking. We can find some items while we're at it. Nice wind turbine they got up there. Use that power. Okay, you're new. I can catch you as well. We might be at this for a little bit because, again, the Pokemon that I'm looking for is a little on the rare side, so... we have a few more raspberries than usual. I can use one. There you go. Decided to jump right at the end, huh? Whoop, well, that would have been a good throw. Cool. Alright, well that was pretty easy. That's not going to give me first throw, though, is it? No, because my first throw was knocked out of my hands. Well, knocked away from the Pokemon, anyway. But Ponyta is also a new entry, so let's read its Pokedex entry, shall we? Ponyta is capable of jumping incredibly high. Its hooves and sturdy legs absorb the impact of a hard landing. Nice. Pretty decent fire type as well, so if you are missing out on a fire type yet, you may want to add Ponyta or Rapidash to your party. And, I mean, hell, it comes in at as high as level 38, so you practically could take it only a couple of levels out, and then it'll evolve, so... If you so choose, there you go, but I don't need to do that. I think that's basically everything new that I can catch here, with the exception of the one that I'm looking for, so we'll see. You can probably also get the evolved form of Ponyta here, but it's not what I'm looking for, so we'll see if we can find what I'm looking for. think I'm going to use a lure, actually. Okay, that's not what I was looking for either. Yeah, let's use a lure, see what we can find. Like I said, the one I'm looking for is about a 5% rate to spawn, so might take a little bit to find it, but we'll be fine. Nope, never mind, I just found it. Well, that was easy. So yes, even though we're playing Let's Go Pikachu, we're going to catch ourselves an Eevee as well, and it's a really high-leveled Eevee. Holy hell, level 39. That's quite rather high. Okay, though. There you go, buddy. All right, let's see if I can catch it with a Great Ball. Might be a little tricky, but we'll see. I'll switch to an Ultra Ball if I have to. Its catch rate isn't that high, if I recall correctly, so... You know what? I'll switch to an Ultra Ball. Why not? Make it just a little bit easier, you know. Whoops. Not going to be easier if I do that, though. Holy crap. Okay, hang on. Didn't want it to jump, so I decided not to wait for excellent there. Okay. Let me try another raspberry, because I don't think... Yeah, the effect of the raspberry went away, so... Let's try this plus the Ultra Ball. Might make things a little easier. There we go. No jumping for you! Okay, let's see. Come on now. Ah! Okay. I gotta be careful, because pretty soon it's gonna think about running away, so... Okay, there we go. Got it. Perfect. Just what I wanted. And got a little experience out of it. Interceptor got a level, so that's pretty nice. Of course, we're going to be a little bit behind this Eevee on levels, but that's okay. So now we can add Eevee to our Pokedex. We already had it there because we've seen it from our rival, but let's read Eevee's Pokedex entry now that we've caught it, shall we? Eevee can evolve into a variety of forms. Eevee's genes are the key to solving the mysteries of Pokemon evolution, so it's a wonder that Professor Rowan didn't have like 20 of them in his lab, but whatever. Okay, now that we have Eevee in the party, let's get the hell out of here. Because, yeah, I'd rather not. Well, actually, first, let's check it out, see how good, bad, in between we've got here. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. I'll take that. And it's got that bold nature that I wanted, so that's also good. Whoops. Got all the moves it's going to get. And since it's a member of my battle party, we're going to give it him a nickname. Be easier once I give him the nickname to remember it, because, you know. And the nickname may or may not give you an idea of what I'm going to evolve him into in just a moment, so... Yeah, we've named Eevee Stitch. Where's Lilo? I have no idea. Hopefully they didn't get separated too badly, or, I mean, are your ears itchy? Hang on, can I... Well, I know what helps my dog when his ears are itchy. Just doing that, rubbing right around the ears, you know, usually helps, so. How's that feel? There you go. Alright, partner, let's use Skydash to get the heck out of here. We'll head just straight up to Saffron, so I don't have to worry about fighting any of the other trainers here. We actually got away pretty good here, because I didn't end up fighting any trainers that were not required. And I still got most of the hidden berries, so... Alright, let's heal up, and then we will do the evolution dance with our new Eevee. And then I gotta teach him a few moves after that, but then we'll be good. Probably going to teach Totoro a few moves as well. The party looks so balanced like that. I mean, not if you look at the Pokeballs, but if you look on the screen, you got big, small like that. In alternation. Okay. So first things first, let's get our TM case out. And actually, not the TM case first. First things first, let's take this Water Stone and give it right over to Stitch so we can evolve him into the form that I want him to be. So yes, my sixth and final Pokemon that I chose for my party is going to be... a Vaporeon. Nice. Honestly, I was thinking it was going to be Golduck, but I looked at the teams that I was going to be using for a good chunk of the rest of the games I'm going to play, the rest of the Pokemon games I'll be playing. And I had a plan to use basically every classic Eevee evolution except for Vaporeon at some point. So I said, I can't really leave you out. I kind of got it, because you're kind of my favorite of the original 3, so I kind of got to use you somewhere. So I opted instead of Golduck for Vaporeon. It took a little longer to get this one than Golduck, but, well, it's okay. Let's read Vaporeon's Pokedex entry, shall we? Vaporeon's cell structure is similar to water molecules. Excuse me. Sorry. It melts into the water and becomes invisible. Sounds handy. Will help out when we get to the water roots. Excuse me again. Stitch will learn Water Gun by evolving into a Vaporeon, but we've got a better Water-type move than that, so we'll be good. I can get rid of all these, Takedown and Double Edge and all that stuff, though. Don't really need those. And we should have all but one of the techniques that I actually want Stitch to have. The reason why I wanted him to be a bold nature is because he's actually going to be kind of a mixed wall, really, but mainly for physical attacks, because I'm going to actually teach him Reflect right now. His special defense is actually pretty solid, 88, and we've also got Snorlax and Venusaur if we need a special wall. But our physical walls are pretty much just limited to Emery at the moment, and then Interceptor, but only if I burn people. So instead of worrying too much about that, let's add somebody else who can actually help us out on the physical side. And with Reflect, Stitch can definitely do that. Okay, so there's that now. A couple more techniques we can have him learn. I'm going to have Totoro learn Brick Break instead of Shadow Ball, because I'm about to teach Stitch Shadow Ball, so this will probably do you a little more good. All that time at the fighting dojo really paid off, even though you were weak to him. Okay, there we go. And here's what I'm looking for the main attack, Scald. Scald will do for us. And we'll just get rid of Water Gun for that. I'll probably keep Swift, but eventually I'm going to want to replace Swift with an Ice-type move. But we don't have any Ice-type moves yet, so I'm going to have to wait on that for a little bit. And last but not least, let's teach you Shadow Ball, so that I have the option if I need it. And we'll get rid of Double Edge for that. Don't need that. But yeah, Stitch's special attack isn't too bad, considering it's not boosted by his nature. So it's got it's somewhere in the 90s if I read that correctly. It's not too bad. It will be serviceable for us. Okay, so now let's move your stuff around here. Oops, that's wrong. The wrong way to go. Put this, oops, wrong way. There we go. They got all these buttons that do different things. They should be, reordering moves should just be on R here, but whatever. Because it's R when you go back to the Pokemon list to reorder Pokemon, so. Okay, so there's that. Anybody else need their moves moved around? I think I'm going to move Brick Break for you down here, because eventually I'm going to stick Rock Slide here, and Brick Break will just stay there for the rest of this, so. Yours are good, I think. Yeah, eventually we'll, well, actually, I could move Sleep Powder up, because I'm planning on getting rid of that eventually for something else, but you're good for now. And you... Yeah, you're good for now, too. And yours I already know are good, so... Okay, the team has been assembled. We are all here, we are all ready to go, and Stitch is a little bit of a level advantage on everybody, including our starter, but that's okay. If I can't recruit anybody to help me take on Silph Co., I'll do it myself. What does this sign say? Oh yeah, I think we already read that. Oh great, the dynamic trio is here. Well, maybe you're not authorized. Oh jeez. That man's seeing stars, so that's probably not good for him. Okay. Well, I guess I owe them a bit of thanks then, don't I? Because this guy was kind of blocking the way. Yeah, if you tried to come here before, he would be standing in front of the door and he wouldn't let you through. But since you've taken care of things in Pokemon Tower, Jesse and James kind of knock him directly out of the way. And now you can head into Silphco. So that's what we're going to go do. But first, before we go in the door, I don't anticipate any resistance from the guy here at the door, but I do anticipate resistance once I get inside. So let's put Interceptor out first. And I think that will be good enough for what we need to do once we get inside. I think. We'll find out in a moment, won't we? Oh, hang on, let me take a drink. I thought it was going to stick me directly into the cutscene as soon as I got here, but first, take a drink since I'm already doing it. Okay, now. Oh, okay, I've already been caught. My journey here is over before it even began. Hello. Well, yeah, I can see that. Team Rocket's everywhere. Well, maybe not, but I can hold my own as a trainer. Oh, I remember you. And, I mean, of course I remember you. You were me, so... Yeah, we haven't seen you since the SSN. How you doing? So did you bring Blue here, then, or...? Well, Team Rocket kind of took over the building, so I was figuring I might as well offer a helping hand. I guess the cavalry's here after all. Yeah, they really are. No, we gotta stop them. They can't just take whatever they want just because they have that kind of power. Strategy meeting. What do we do, Blue? Oh, okay, well, good. And that's also good. I would rather have the assistance from myself, if possible. Okay, good. So Blue's going to take a look around all the other sites where they've been, and if Team Rocket's there, he's just going to beat the crap out of them. Very good. Hopefully so. Okay, gotcha. So this way, even if the Pokemon League doesn't necessarily help us with the takeover, they can now block out Team Rocket's operations remotely by saying, yeah, we condone their actions, and I mean that, you know, they're the most popular trainers in all of Kanto, and they probably have a little bit of political pull, too, so, you know. No, I wouldn't count on that, but... Alright, Blue, sounds good. What do you mean? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess that was the problem, wasn't it? We wanted to make sure we were proof positive that we could take this whole place on ourselves. So you want to fight then, huh? Oh, good, he said the thing from the anime. Fantastic. Yeah, well, that's the plan, so. Believe and you shall succeed. Sure, I'll go first, why not? Yes, I am, Blue. Let's do this. So yeah, before you can go into the building, you have to defeat Blue. Thankfully, he's holding back. Not thankfully, he's got a bit of a level advantage on us. So, this will be almost like having a gym leader battle, basically. Except, you know, without the music. First things first, we gotta take out this Exeggutor. It's weak to Flamethrower and Crunch, but its special defense, I think, is weaker, so let's see if we can hit it on this side and do some good damage. There we go. Good work, Interceptor. Okay, so that might actually be a bit of a problem for later. Let's see if I can stall that out a little bit. I could kill him with Crunch right now, but I want to see if I can stall the screens out because I know what his next Pokemon is. And my main bet against it is going to be a special attack, so... If I can keep this Exeggutor out for a couple of turns, that'll actually make it a lot easier. That might not be an option, though. Jesus. That's strong. Well, I burned one turn of Light Screen, at the very least. Okay, good work, Interceptor. You did it. And, I mean, that's 2 turns right there, so... of Light Screen. And Blue's last and his ace is Charizard, which is level 40. Oh, good lord. So this might be a bit of a team effort here. I'm gonna need somebody to stall out that Light Screen. So Totoro, you've got good Spadef. Let's hope it's enough. And you've got Thunder Punch, but I think I'm going to yawn first before I start thinking about offense. Let's see how this does. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. I can take that with without too much trouble, at least for now. This might hurt, though. Yeah, that's a little more. Okay, so let's put him to sleep. Next turn. There goes his light screen. Good. And do I Thunder Punch or do I switch? I think I'm going to Thunder Punch first. Hopefully I don't get like a random 10% paralyzed or something. I mean, that would be fine, but wouldn't exactly be ideal. Okay, he went to sleep. So that's fine. So now that he's asleep and his light screens are out, let's see if our new team member can clean things up for us. Oh, and also another good reason for using Vaporeon, as if you needed another reason. Look at that HP stat. That's nuts. That's like almost Snorlax levels of nuts in terms of the amount of HP that's there. Okay. We finally have a solution for fire types, and the solution, as it turned out all along, was boiling hot water. Oh, well, he woke up already. That's not good. Good thing my special defense is so high. Gotcha. Perfect. Good work, Stitch. And some pretty good experience out of all of that. Totoro's level 36. Awesome. What do you think of that, Blue? Well, I try to represent where I can. I think so. Feeling pretty good after, you know, I mean, didn't exactly hand you your ass. It was a challenge, but... Oh, boy. Good luck. Well, thankfully, I softened him up for you a little bit, so... Alright, I'm out of here. No, I think I'm good without the lure, thank you. No Pokemon to catch in here. Alright, let me just do a little quick lap around the first floor. And then I'm probably going to go back to the Pokemon Center to heal, because Blue kind of kicked my ass. I have a couple of objectives that I usually like to accomplish within Silph itself when I first start here, no matter what generation I'm playing. So, because I think it's basically the same in Gen 1, Gen 3, and in this gen, in terms of the layout of the area. So, we'll see what we can do about it. And hopefully by the time we're done healing here, I'll be basically done with my fight against Blue. And then we can both go full force at the building. Okay, we're all good. Let's go back. Matter of fact, let's let Stitch out of his ball. There you go. Might also move him up a little bit. Not going to use him as my front runner for a little bit, but you know, actually, here's what we'll do. We'll move him here. We're going to move me through here, and we'll move Totoro here, actually, because he's going to be probably more in combat than Littlefoot for a little while. A lot of poison types coming up. I'm sure that was clear and obvious because, you know, Team Rocket, but yeah, you know. How you feeling, Stitch? Good. That's what I like to see. Let's get in there, shall we? Can you have Pokemon follow you in here? Oh, yeah. They probably just need to be a certain size, like they were with the game corner basement there. Okay, so first things first. Now, you could go all the way up to the top floor, but this is the first floor here. There's 11 floors total, if I recall correctly. You could go up one floor at a time if you so choose, but my first objective that I usually want to do when I'm here is go to the 9th floor, I think, and I want to see if I can unlock the... There's something you can unlock on this floor that makes it a lot easier to... Oh, no, I can't unlock it yet. I'm going to need something first before I go unlock it, so... My first objective is actually to go to the 5th floor to get a particular item that will make it a lot easier for us to go all over the offices here. But we'll clear out the entirety of the 5th floor while we're here. I could say the same thing about jugglers. What the hell are you doing here? Were you in the building when Team Rocket took over, or what? Let's see what you can do, Mithra. It's a Hypno, so you can probably, like, two-hit it with, like, Zippy Zap or Floaty Fall. Yeah, so the trainers in here will have Pokemon that are all around level 35-ish, somewhere in there, between, like, 32 and 35. Until we get to the top floor. Then they start getting a little bit more tricky. Okay, Psychic is probably going to hurt, so let me, switch somebody in that can handle... Whoops, not you. You're already out. Let me switch somebody in that can handle Psychic. You can probably handle Hypno at the same time. I probably could have kept Shadow Ball, but it wouldn't really have done me a lot of good against the Hypno. They have a lot of special defense, so... But Totoro can take that like a champ, so... And that's why I'm not really worried about the Psychic-type gym, because, I mean, we'll be taking damage, for sure, from the Psychic-types we'll be fighting in the gym, but... With Snorlax's special defense, we really don't got a whole lot to worry about, so... Yeah, see, even at a -1, that barely does 20 damage, so... Welcome back, Conker. Few developments as we, while you were gone. We got our 6th and final party member. We decided that it would probably be in our best interest to make sure that somebody stayed home with Mom, to make sure that she was protected in case Team Rocket decided to do dumb shit. So we left Ferdinand at home, which is close to his home as it is, and he's protecting Pallet Town at the moment. We got our 6th and final party member. It's a Vaporeon. We went to Pokemon Road to catch it before heading back to Silphco, where we are now dismantling Team Rocket little by little as we go along. Let's see if this is probably gonna... Okay, Sucker Punch is fine. Shadow Ball would not have been fine, but Sucker Punch is fine. How much does Zippy Zap do? Took longer than expected, so you had to stop elsewhere along the way. Oh, that's okay, Conker. As long as you got what you needed before coming home, that's the most important thing. And actually, since I was just discussing it, I guess I could talk a little bit about my original plans for this playthrough when I was first doing my notes for it. I originally planned, when I was figuring out how I wanted to do everything in this playthrough, I originally planned on having a whole bunch of Pokemon that I just sort of rotated out in and out of the party as needed, so that I would have a whole bunch of different, like, I originally said when we did the Fighting Dojo that I was going to have a Hitmonchan in my party, Butterfree was going to be in my party for the entire game. Well, not in my party, but they were Pokemon that I was going to use in my battle party, and I would just rotate them out. I think there was like a total of 10 Pokemon that I was going to use by the time all was said and done, but I thought about my previous playthrough, and I said, yeah, if I'm going to do what I'm thinking about doing, which is only catching one of each unique species, I'm not going to have enough experience to account for 10 Pokemon. We'd end up being at like level 40 by the end game, so I said, yeah, it's probably a good idea to just stick with a solid core of 6, but I also knew that it would be a little while before we got our water type, so I said, yeah, I should take somebody else with me because Butterfree actually does pretty good in the early game. Starts to fall off by around this point, though, so figured now would be the best time to say bye-bye Butterfree. Sorry if I just triggered anyone's PTSD from that anime episode. But, yeah, I figured now would be the best time to say our goodbyes. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look at a Porygon. Hey, buddy. What are they planning on doing? Having Porygon evolve? How can you get it out of here? Well, we should come back and see that guy a little later, but for now, we'll let him be. I mean, maybe. I don't want to discuss government secrets, but I may just be an agent. Oh, huh. I wonder who they're referring to there, if she's referring to Blue or if she's referring to Jime. She's probably referring to Jime. But I'm not sure. A nasty look in his eyes. I mean, when he gets that smirk on his face, I guess that's kind of a nasty look, but I wouldn't really call it all that nasty. Alright, Mithra, let's get going. Get you to Oh, you're already 38, I was going to say. I thought you didn't quite get there in the last battle, but you'll get there in this one. But yeah, you're already good, so. And this lady's got some Zubats, so, you know, that isn't really going to make too much of a difference for me. Thresh, you can kind of just blast them right away and be good to go. Okay, Arbok. I think this is a job for Emery. We don't quite have the, any other ground-type moves that we could have Totoro use for the moment, so we'll just do the best we can with what we have. You know, thinking about it, I probably should have caught one of my other Pokemon in a Great Ball as well, so I could have a perfectly balanced Pokeball distribution in my team. As it is now, I have kind of a 1-2-3 thing going on, although it's more like 3-1-2. But, oh well. I didn't plan it, I just said, you know what, let's just make it whatever's easiest. See, that's what I'm afraid of at the moment with ground types versus Arbok. Is difficult because it has Glare, and Glare makes you paralyzed, and then you dig, and dig does what it's supposed to do the first turn, and then the second turn it doesn't, so. But if I healed the paralysis, we would get paralyzed again, because it would just Glare us again, so, yeah, we gotta be a little careful. Maybe if I had a Psychic type, this wouldn't be happening, but that's okay. Do I have a Psychic type in my team when I play Pokemon Yellow? Oh, well, then maybe you should wear a mask, lady. Don't you know what year it is? Yeah, we don't have that option just yet. As a matter of fact, I don't think Coughing is Coughing in this version, or is it Grimer that's exclusive to this version? I want to say Grimer's exclusive to this one, and Coughing's in Let's Go Eevee, but I'm not really sure. Not well. Anyway. Guess I could have kind of rotate people out here. Totoro, Emery, and Interceptor all need that extra EXP, so... yeah, we'll let Totoro go off for a little bit, get him a little closer to Interceptor and everybody else, and then we'll go from there. I think this is where I want to go over here. Uh-oh. I know that face! Actually, do I want Totoro out for this? Or do I just want Emery? Let's let Emery take care of this, actually. Because, yeah, Archer might have some spooky Pokemon. I'm gonna save before I wander too close. And it wasn't much closer than where I was, so... I see Blue already knocked you out of the hideout, then. Old guy. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, they are, but that sort of stuff is relative, me. Actually, I think the idea here is that we will send you packing. So let's see if we can do that. I think this is the only multi-battle in the game. It's a double battle, but you're actually going to fight alongside your rival for this fight, so... I'm glad it's here, I wish they did a few more of these, you know? Oh, Cubone, he decided to go with him. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, boy. I'm getting the heck out of here, though, because that Electrode is spooky as hell. We're going to dig into the ground before he... Okay, well... Sorry, Cubone. Yeah, that's not going to do a whole lot. Spreading it all out. Yeah, I think you're right, Conker. I think you're correct on that one. I think they are exclusive to Let's Go Eevee. And we get Grimer and Muck, which, between the two of them, I much prefer Coughing and Wheezing over Grimer and Muck, but... it's just me. Okay, then. That's interesting. I didn't know you could Toxic somebody while they were underground, Alright. Good Boomerang there, though. They are some of the exclusives? Okay, gotcha. Cool. Now, probably what's going to happen here is that Muck is going to use Protect, because more often than not, a lot of the Pokemon in this game that have Toxic in their moveset also have Protect. So, Oh, Weezing's using it. Okay. That means Muck is down. Very good, very good. Good work, Emery. That bad poisoning is going to be a little bit of a problem pretty soon, but we'll see what we can do with it. And yeah, that Protect's going to keep that Boomerang from going through. The trouble with me being badly poisoned at the moment is that I'm going to be underground for 2 turns, so it'll slowly whittle away at Emery's health as we go, but... I mean, I have Brick Break for this Raticate, so then it'll just be Archer. Because if you look in the top right there, you can see how many Pokemon they have. The Pokemon on the left are the Team Rocket Grunts Pokemon, and the ones on the right are Archers. She only has 2, so that means now she's completely disabled, and she has to sit there and watch while Archer takes us on 2-on-1. We'll make things a little easier. So, that's a Flamethrower. Cubone, watch out! Oh, it's Emery, okay. Ow! Well, this isn't going to be a good turn for us. Yeah. Alright, Emery, I'll give you a revive in just a moment. Let's see here. I'll send Interceptor in, actually. Totoro could probably handle it as well, but I don't think it matters particularly between who does it and who doesn't. We'll get Emery back up with the revive. We'll let her sit out the rest of the fight, but we'll get her back up anyway. There you go. Now we can take care of the Weezing. Ow! Stop it. Get pumped up, Cubone! You got this. Okay. So use Flamethrower. Should do decent damage. It won't KO, but it'll do good damage, I think. Or you can Protect and delay the inevitable. I mean, that's fine. I wonder if Toxic is changed in this version of the game, because I'm pretty sure you couldn't Toxic somebody while they were underground in previous generations. I'm not even sure if you could do that in Sun and Moon, but I mean, I never had Toxic in Sun and Moon, so I couldn't really tell you one way or the other. Oh boy. You know what, that's fine. We'll take it. That'll do some decent damage, and Interceptor can clean up. I was going to say, did Archer use a Hyper Potion? But no, it turns out I did. Got to keep Cubone alive and ready to go. And Weezing's delaying the inevitable yet again. Yeah, I don't know, man. This doesn't really seem like the kind of fight where you would want to have your... Like, this is supposed to be like an intense battle, right? Like, it's supposed to be a kind of a turning point in your time in Silphco, where you take on an administrator, and then you get something that allows you to unlock all the other doors in the place that you may have seen before, but you couldn't get through. And he's over here Toxic stalling. Like, you're killing the pacing on me here, Archer. Come on. Okay, Golbat, Interceptor could probably still handle him, but I think... Yeah, I'll send Mithran. Let her get a little bit of experience so she can get a little closer to where Stitch is. I wasn't anticipating catching an Eevee at level 39, I'll tell you what. Normally, there's a bit of a wide range to the Pokemon that you can catch on Pokemon Road. It's like anywhere from 33 to 38, so I figured at 36 as our, like, kind of almost our average party level, that would be about right. We might get an Eevee, like, somewhere in the middle or a little bit before that. I wasn't anticipating getting one higher than that. And, well, then Stitch showed up in 39, so... At Toxic stalling like a noob. Now, I will say this, in order to demonstrate one of the post-game features of the game, I will be using a Toxic stalling method, but only to show it off for something that's like... You can do it because you have Toxic, basically. And really, Toxic helps against some of the... that particular type of trainer that you can fight in the post-game. I'll talk more about it when we get that far, but I will be using Toxic stalling once. And only once in this game. I don't plan on ever using Toxic stalling again. I will probably use Toxic in a moveset, but I won't stall with it, you know? So... Well, no, we're actually pretty competent, so... Ow. Well, that wasn't very nice. Bit of a klutz, huh? And for defeating Archer and the Grunt, we get the card key. And that will allow us to unlock all of these shuttered doors. Yes, and at the rate we're going, we should be able to free everybody, so... Excuse me. So yeah, if you tried to hit up those shutters before this, you actually wouldn't be able to open them. But now that we have the card key, we can open all the shuttered doors in the entire building and clear out all the goodies that Sylph has laying around. So... Okay. Let's switch over here. Uh-oh. Apparently some of Sylphco's scientists have also defected to Team Rocket. Unless he's just bored from being a hostage and he just wants to fight. I mean, I'm not opposed either way. The experience will help me because then I'll be able to take on all the people on the upper floors a little easier. Let's see what you got, Totoro. Oh, he taught his Mach Thunder Punch. Well, that's that's just funny. Man, I was gonna say, that's not a crit. That's pretty strong, but... Alright, now that I don't like. You stop that right now, sir! There we go. Totoro wasn't having none of that. Good work. Awesome. So apparently this is the floor of stallers, basically. Minimize stalling and toxic stalling. Fantastic. What's up, Stitch? Yeah, keep your eyes open. We never know when we could run around a corner and see a rocket grunt. She was wandering around. Now she wandered directly into your path, and she's gonna walk all over you. Yeah, no trolling allowed here. I mean, I had an option available in case things got really bad there. Stitch, as it turns out, knew Swift. Had Swift in his moveset when I caught him. So if I needed to switch in, I could have him use Swift, but, well, thankfully we just completely avoided that necessity. I've been poisoned! Was anybody else poisoned after the Archer fight there? Emery was, but she fainted, so okay, so we don't need to full heal her. We will need to full heal after this for Totoro, but at least it's regular poison. So it's not like getting worse each turn. Unfortunately, the fact that I left Ferdinand at home doesn't really help me against the psychic types that are in here, but to be fair, Hypno wouldn't take a whole ton from Bug Buzz anyway. It's a super effective move, but Hypno's Spadef is ridiculous. Alright, do you have physical attacks that you're using Meditate over there, or are you just using Meditate because you don't know what else you can do? Or will you get greedy like everyone else? Oh, you have Headbutt, okay. That's fine. Use your head! Bah. That looked more like a body press, but I'll take it. That move doesn't exist yet, so. Aw, shucks, he says. Man must be from the boonies of Kanto. Anyway, I need a full heal. And then a Hyper Potion. And that won't quite fully restore Totoro. Yeah, as you can see, the drawback to having two Pokemon with ridiculous HP totals is that Hyper Potions no longer restore all of their HP. But that's okay. No big deal. I'm a genius. Oh, no! Hello, Ghost Hand. Welcome. Can't tell if you were saying something that the Grunt would have said just there or what, but, yes, welcome. We're inside of Sylphco. Stitch is having a bad time with that wall. TM54 Flash Cannon's in here, and also 5 Pokeballs, so... Alright. And those little pads there that we've been avoiding so far are teleporter pads. They will take you all over the building to all different floors, but we don't have to worry about them for right now. We'll leave them alone until we need to use them to get to the place we need to go, because there's a certain part of Sylph that is completely blocked off from us unless we use the teleporters, so... But we'll figure that out once we get a little further in. I might put Stitch away because his long body might be a little bit difficult to fit in some of these tight corridors, so... Anyway, we got our card key, so let's open up the server room. See what they got inside. A guard spec, okay. Alright, so now that we've done that, I healed, right? Yeah, I healed. So that was the first thing I always do in Silph.Co. I always go to the 5th floor to get the card key because it lets you go through the whole building, basically. Then second thing second, we're going to want to go to the 9th floor because, as you may recall, if you looked out of the corner of your eye there, you may have seen that the 9th floor has a nurse on it. Right about there. And now that we have the card key, we can actually access that. So that'll give us a healing point directly in the building, so we don't have to wander out of the building to get ourselves healed. But first, we have to take on one of the 4 Rocket Sisters. They were the Rocket Brothers in the original, but they've switched the gender. And she's got a Persian. Okay. That I can handle. Totoro has Brick Break now, so that should make things a little simpler. Probably gonna fake out it anyway, but whatever. Oh good, play rough. That doesn't even give you stab. Why didn't you slash me? Did you learn nothing from Giovanni? I keep doing that, damn it. Hey Cole. Oh. Thought you were busy on your arm.
On my what?
On 14. Oh.
Nah, not right now.
Taking a break, huh?
Yep. Modeling today.
Ah. Okay.
So many fucking bugs. So much plastic.
So we've opened up the door to the healing room using the card key. And let's open this up as well. We'll go there in a minute. And apparently even a big company like Silph.Co needs a break room, so... Oh, you're a spy disguised as a nurse. Okay. Yeah, I would appreciate that, actually.
For someone, a spy who's disguised as a nurse, he'd do a pretty good job of being a nurse.
Well, I mean, she wouldn't be a convincing spy then if she wasn't, would she?
Hmm.
But yeah, so now we have our access to a healing point right inside the building, so we can go wherever we want, and we don't have to worry about needing healing, because we can just come back up to the 9th floor if we need it. I don't know where the pad in front of this grunt goes. I might take it just to see where it goes, even though we haven't fully cleared the 9th floor yet. At least I know I can get back if I need to. Coughing. Let's see. Interceptor usually works pretty well against these guys, but I'll send Emery out. We have the whole team now, Cole. Although we've also said goodbye to one of our team members before this. We left Butterfree in Pallet Town to make sure Mama stays safe.
Cries intensely into the microphone.
Oh, I'm badly poisoned again. Gonna have to go back to the nurse to heal. Hello, nurse spy person. I walked 5 steps and I'm already toxified. Oh, never mind. Good job, Emery. Affection system for the win.
Oh, it's just dead.
Yeah, no levitate in this game, so.
I was about to say, how the fuck? I didn't realize it's Space Division 1.
Yeah.
4 things got fun.
Yeah, no luck with that bad poisoning on Emery's part. She has that laser focus when they have accuracy drops, but any other case, and she has a bit of a problem, apparently. You would think that with the way that I've used Sandslash in other videos, I've actually only used Sandslash in one other video on my YouTube channel, but you'd think the way that I used it in that competitive battle where I used a Sandslash, that I'd be toxicking everything else, but apparently not. Thankfully, Interceptor's got this on lock, even when we have Small Haunter.
Small.
Okay, that takes care of that. So here's what we'll do. We'll go to the rest of the floor. Stitch, I'm actually going to let you go into your Pokeball, because in here with the tight corridors, it's kind of hard to have anybody except me throughout. So, there we go. We'll clear the rest of the floor out first. Then once we're done with that, then we'll go use that teleporter pad up there. Although I don't think there's much left to the floor itself. This is a scientist by the looks of it. I guess you can get in here without the card key, although you can't get into the other rooms there, even though it doesn't look like there's much of anything in there. Oh, well, I mean, I guess you could get in here by using the teleporters, so... And if you didn't have the card key, that would probably be your best bet at actually getting around in here, but... Yeah. I have the card key, so I can get around easier. Just open the whole floor up, grab this stuff. Probably the stuff on the shelf is all Pokeball, because as it turns out, Silphco is actually the, the premier creator of, or rather, the premier manufacturer of Pokeballs around the world, so.
Seems like Team Rocket wants the place.
Mm-hmm.
Free Pokeballs forever.
And they need them, considering they, like to catch Pokemon, so. Alright, now if your Weezing has a fighting type move, I will be impressed. Since you just mentioned exploiting weaknesses. Although Totoro won't really do very well here, so.
I'm a genius. Oh no.
Okay, so if you're gonna protect, I'm going to make your life miserable. So here you go. Oh good, it has Psybeam. Where'd you get that, sir? Does it get that as like a level 1 move, and like you can get it by move tutor or something? Interesting. Anyway, we'll make Weezing's life miserable by putting him to sleep and then burning him to a crisp. So.
Understandable.
You know what I never understood?
What's that?
Why are poison types not weak to fire type moves? Like, you would think that the gases that they emit, or the poisons that they emit, would be combustible, because they're volatile solids, liquids, or gases. So why aren't they weak to it? I don't understand.
I don't know what to do.
Like, that's the one and only situation I think that I've ever seen in a Pokemon game where I just don't understand why it's not like that, you know? I'm trying to think if there's any other typings where I don't understand why it's not super effective, but that's the only one that really comes to mind. I mean, I guess it would make poison types even weaker than they already are, and they already, I mean, they had to give them a super effective hit on fairy types to make it so that they weren't completely useless, because in generations before fairy types came around, poison types were useful, but usually not for their poison typing. So, like, the best thing that you got out of a poison typing was defensive coverage against fighting types. So that ain't a whole lot to brag about offensively.
And then we got the advent of... What the fuck was it called? Did it return Sword and Shield? What was it?
Wow.
It was blue, dark purple, had a shitload of spikes, and it had toxic armor.
What, Toxtricity?
No. What was the other thing? Toxtricity was purple and yellow.
Do you mean the little sea urchin thing
Yeah, the sea urchin.
from Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Then we got the dawn of that fucking thing's evolution. That thing just didn't die.
Yeah. And I mean, we already had water poison types at that point, but that thing took it to a different level. Tentacruel had good special defense. That's it. That thing just was fat.
Listen, all I'm saying is that thing was very difficult to kill. I'm not saying it was impossible, but I remember saying this out loud in competitive Pokemon. I should not have to build one specific Pokemon for 1 week of play against one player specifically to kill one Pokemon. Like, I had to send something out that was essentially a loaded gun of 4 times hits.
How much you want to bet this thing has Ice Punch? Never mind.
Come on, it's a Gen 1 game, dude. This isn't fucking...
No, but the guy said he was going to hit people's weaknesses, so I was waiting for it, but apparently all he's got is Quick Attack.
Trying to abuse priority. The fool.
It didn't work for Lieutenant Surge, and it isn't going to work for you. Okay. So that takes care of that. Floor cleared. Now we can move along. 1 down, like 10 more to go. We'll hit up the nurse while we're on our way through here. And I think my next destination is going to be the 11th floor. I know it seems weird to go to the top floor first, but I'll explain it a little bit once we get up there. It'll make more sense once you see the actual architecture of the building. Nice pictures they got on the walls here, though. Where the heck am I? I don't even know what floor I'm on. Apparently they've got some sort of Pokeball research in here. Oh, actually, I know what floor I'm on now. Because as it turns out, if you're looking to speedrun Silphco, I guess this would be step 3, because I think we're on the 3rd floor now, because this floor tile here should bring you closer to the boss of the area, if this is the 3rd floor. We'll find out in a moment, but...
Why are kids allowed in here?
Well, sir, it's just for situations like this. When the adults can't do anything, you call the kids. Alright, before we fight the scientists, let's go find out if this is indeed the 3rd floor. Yes, it is. Okay, so yeah, that's your speedrun technique tip from Monochromium there. If you want to speedrun Silphco, don't care about fighting all the trainers for the EXP, go to the 5th floor, get the card key, go to the 9th floor, unlock the healing point, go to the teleporter behind the healing point, and then use the teleporter in the next room. And there you go. And that's it. Yeah, that's true. You would probably call the kids next door in that situation, wouldn't you? They would probably work a little better when the adults can't help. Okay, so anyway, let's go to the 11th floor so I can show you what I'm talking about. Teleporter over there, main office over here. Maybe we can get in if we go this way. Let's find out. My purpose for being here is to kick your ass. How about that? Unfortunately, I can't explode his brain like that one robot encounter in Fallout 4, where you can basically force the robot to get into a paradox loop where the question that he asks and the answer that you give is both true and false at the same time, and so his logic circuit fries and the robot blows up. It's pretty funny. Of course, I wouldn't stand very close to that guy if he's blowing up, because, you know, the robots in Fallout 4 are nuclear powered, so, yeah, that might hurt a little bit if you're standing right near him. So if you're gonna fry his logic circuit, it might be a good idea to run the hell away. I taught Snorlax Thunder Punch. Because I got it from the fighting dojo. It's getting some good mileage. Then again, I expected the elemental punches to get good mileage because, well, they're the elemental punches. Of course they will. See, check this out. After I get swifted for 6 damage.
Bonk.
Okay, 9. I was close. 6, 9. Nice.
Stop. Nice. Stop.
See, Cole is the great mediator. He keeps my brain from constantly being 12 years old.
Does that mean I'm older than you, technically?
I mean, potentially mentally.
Huh.
Because you don't indulge in the silly, immature things in life.
Yeah, I do.
Most of
You're just not around when I do.
Oh, okay.
Fuck's sake, Jimmy. I still watch cartoons.
One at a time, sir. One at a time. That's how. Well, we can't see him from here directly, but Giovanni's in there. Keep having to almost correct myself there. But yeah, we actually can't get to him from here. We need to use the teleporters in order to actually get to the head office building, which I guess is a nice little failsafe, but apparently he's already in there, so it didn't exactly work for him.
I would have laughed my ass off if there was just a giant hole in the wall in the end of that hallway with a Pokeball, and there was just one Rocket Goon piling rocks in front of the hole. And you couldn't battle him.
Oh boy. Well, anyway, so now what we'll do, since we've gone up to the 11th floor, we'll work our way all the way back down to the 2nd floor, ignoring the 9th and 5th floors because we've already done everything there. And then we will, once we've cleared the entire building of rockets and the scientists from Silph that have defected, we'll see if we can find the teleporter that'll actually take us to Giovanni. So, there, I did it right that time. So Cole may be mentally older than you, just not physically older. That's true unless you account for the fact that he's constantly in pain from his joints because he doesn't exercise.
I've just accepted that my skeleton is 80 years old. Also, you're full of shit. I do exercise.
When?
Have I not been taking walks with you with the dog?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I took him for a walk for 2 days this week.
I guess that's true.
I don't want to hear shit. Also, Totoro, that's fucking good.
I've been burned! Don't burn my forest friend. Don't burn my neighbor. What was that saying that we found on the internet, that meme that you liked so much about your body being a temple?
My body is a temple, crumbling, probably haunted, full of spiders, I think.
Something like that. That sounds about right.
Decrepit, crumbling, and full of spiders.
Oh boy. Let's see you burn Interceptor. How about I burn you? Combustible liquid! Bah.
Use flamethrower, it just explodes.
There'd be a lot more holes in Sylph Cove by the time I was done if the poison types were weak to the fire.
Hey look, a bigger one.
Oh, good. You've got actually a decent chunk of Spadef. Let's try Outrage out. Why the heck not? Get angry, Interceptor! Nice. That was a crit, but still. I'll take it.
Ouch!
Yeah, that hurt a little. It's okay, I got it. Bah.
Oh, they made this dragon type.
Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't make Arcanine Dragon type, but they gave him a Dragon type move.
Oh, it is dragon type this generation, I forgot.
Yeah. Do you mean Outrage? Because
yes,
I think you're thinking of Thrash, because Outrage is just Dragon type Thrash. So they made it physical, is what they did in Gen 4. So it was special before that. What do I have here? Yeah, I can do that, and then full heal, and then you'll be good. Gonna need something a little stronger, I think, for Interceptor. Let's give him some lemonade.
Lemonade.
There you go. I see Interceptor learned something from your Dark Knight days. Yeah. Just get angry at everything.
Aren't you still a Dark Knight? Better question. Why haven't you asked me how to play Dark Knight better? I rate on it.
Because Dark Knight's easy.
That entirely depends on what you define as easy.
I mean, I find most of 14's mechanics easy now, though, so I don't know if I'm one to talk.
Will you just shut up and join a raid
Look at
group
this
already?
fax machine. That would require all the overhead of joining a raid group, though.
I mean...
Is there any items? I thought I saw your tail going. Yep. Ha! Another X accuracy. Perfect.
Last night...
Won't have to buy them.
Last night I was playing around with my Glamour because I had gotten a couple of the Yorha pieces from, what was it called? Puppet's Bunker. I got the gaming pants and shoe and torso. And
Yeah.
I just casually made a near Glamour.
Oh, well.
I used the Scion Adventure gloves and boots, I think, and even the 2B headpiece and the Exarchic weapons, and it's fucking...
Pacha.
Shit's delicious.
I still can't get enough of Voltorb Sprite. Look at that shit. Looks hand-drawn. It's ridiculous. That's nuts.
God.
Of course he's gonna explode. I'm in a storage/server room. Boy, that did a whole lot.
Snorlax just...
Yeah, Snorlax just has all the HP. No, headbutt the Rocket Grunt. Then we don't have to finish the fight. Just
wrecks his ass.
give him a Krogan headbutt there, Totoro.
Oh god, what's coming out?
Yeah, the Legendary edition of the Mass Effect trilogy is coming out in May,
I'm
I
not
think.
pre-ordering it, but I'm buying it day one, and I'm going to tell you two things. If it runs at 60 FPS and if they improve the graphics at all.
Yes, so you need to tell me three things. One, actually, I don't even care about the graphics. One, it's two things then. One, does it run completely start to finish from the first game to the third game in 60 FPS?
Well, I'm not going to be able to tell you the first game because I hate the first game. But
They're making mechanics changes to the first game so that you can actually play it.
Oh, I'm
Remember?
fucking stupid.
Remember, they mentioned that actually when they were talking about it. But that's the first thing you need to tell me is, does it run from start to finish every single thing in 60 FPS? Because if it doesn't run at crisp 60 FPS, I don't know if I want it because I can just play it on PC then. That's the first thing. Second thing, this is more of a bonus, but it's another thing that I would like to see. Let me upgrade my weapons to plus 10 on a fresh game in Mass Effect 3. Please?
You just want to turn Garrus into a god of destruction.
I mean, yeah. But you can only actually, in a fresh game on Mass Effect 3, even if you import from Mass Effect 2, you can only upgrade the weapons to plus 5 until you get to New Game Plus. So the way you get around that on PC is that you use a save editor and you edit the save so that it's as if it's in New Game Plus. And it just acts like a flag, essentially. Like there's no effect on your actual file. But there's a flag in the game files that you can check, and then it behaves like New Game Plus, even though there's no...
You're not in New Game
Yeah,
Plus.
you're not in New Game Plus. So it allows you to, when you get weapons, you get them to +3 immediately, automatically, and then you can get them up to +10 by upgrading them, so...
The only thing I'm going to be sad about, in terms of the remake, is that it's going to be a long time, if not never, for mods to come there. Like, some people get right on top of that shit. The modding community has been good, and I am part of it because I am proud to say I finally beat Skyrim for once in my fucking life.
It takes a while, though, with mods for them to catch up with stuff because they have to kind of homebrew the tax, so it might take a little while for
To be
that
fair,
to
they
happen.
were really on top of it with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like, there was a fucking patch that fixed most of the bugs in the game day one.
Nah, that's true.
That shit was ridiculous.
How's Mithra's level? Mithra close enough to Stitch, but not quite at... Let's see. Okay, so next level, I think I'll give Mithra the rare candy so that she can be our highest level Pokemon again.
Is Mithra wearing
Excuse me. Yes. Mobster hat.
Goddamn. Characteristic, hates to lose. Me too, my dude.
Hey, Ivysaur, how's it going? Yes, Littlefoot is Bigfoot now. He's not so Littlefoot anymore. No upgrading weapons till New Game Plus. You have no idea. That's okay. Yeah, I hope that they make that change because it really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you gimp like anybody who's playing a combat class basically by saying no, you absolutely can't upgrade your weapons to be like as good as a power class until New Game Plus. Doesn't make any sense. But I mean, whatever. I already fought you, right? Yeah.
I already fought him, right?
Yeah, because this is the 9th floor, so we were already done here, so let's move down a little bit more. So as you can see, I have a bit of a battle strategy when it comes to Silphco, and we're slowly taking the building apart as we go. We might even finish it up today, we'll see. Must be one of the in-between Rocket Sisters, because the oldest one said she was the oldest. Let's see what she's got.
I'm still waiting for the Rocket team that's legitimately just all about taking over the world and shit. When all the Pokemon are just like min-maxed.
You mean like the evil Pokemon team that does that?
Yeah.
I don't know if they would min-max. I mean, they would all have to be like calculus nerds for that to happen.
Well, every single team has like a theme to their Pokemon.
Yeah.
Rocket just has a bunch of stuff that can mess shit up as much as humanly possible because they just think they're fucking Voltor's activates all destructive.
Yeah, and Grimers and Radcates and stuff. Yeah. I mean, if you really want a team that's, in my opinion, is closest to min-maxing, you'd probably want to play the Diamond and Pearl remakes because Team Galactic is pretty on top of that stuff. Their grunts don't really have a large variety of Pokemon, but their admins have a huge variety when it comes to Pokemon. So
They really do.
And I mean, if you want to talk about anybody min-maxing anything, Cynthia min-maxes the hell out of her team. Her team is so difficult. Like, it's one of the hardest champion battles in the series just because she has such good Pokemon.
Who's Cynthia?
Yeah. Yeah, she has a pseudo-legendary as her ace. It's kind of ridiculous. I know Lance has one in this game,
God.
but...
That's Diamond Pearl, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, she's gonna have Mega Garchomp in the remakes.
Are they going to put the Mega Evolutions in the...
I don't know,
remakes,
but
or-
that's set up. The fucking board is right over there, and they're aiming the dart.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There's an item over here. Is it right here?
Oh yeah, we get to see
There it is.
Giratina jump scare people in HD now.
Ooh, silver raspberries. Nice. We didn't have those before. The Galactic Admins. Yeah, they've got some pretty varied teams, at least from what I remember. Like I said before, Gen 4 is not exactly my cup of tea. It's a bit of a hard sell for me, so I won't be getting the remasters, but...
Is it just because, like, Diamond Pearl is where I guess everything kind of went off the rails in terms of story development?
No,
like, we're
it's
dealing
just...
with somebody who wants to destroy the universe and Pokemon gods of time and creation.
I mean,
Space.
I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it. It just never really clicked for me. I would have to play it all through from beginning to end again to tell you exactly why it never clicked for me, and it's been a long time. Like, it's been a decade at least since I've played Diamond and Pearl. So, but yeah, it just never really did it for me. I don't know.
I mean, I understand that.
Some generations just didn't do it for me. Then Black and White came out, and I was back on board again. So, and then X and Y came out, and I was back off board again. So, you know. Yeah, to be honest, if it wasn't for this game having come out in Gen 7, I mean, I kind of liked Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I wouldn't call them, like, great. Like, I would call this game great. It's very, like, tightly designed, and it's got a lot of things to like in it. I mean, of course, there are things that I don't like about it. There are some little, you know, problems that I can see. There's cracks in the surface that ended up being full-blown scars by the time Sword and Shield came out, and some of those cracks were still in there. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was like as good as this game for me personally.
Delta Emerald was fucking insane. What?
Delta Emerald doesn't exist, bro.
No, I meant like the fucking. You know the fucking.
Oh, the Delta episode. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
It was Delta something.
Yeah, it was the Delta episode. That's what you're referring to.
Like, I'm sorry. Let's go fly off into space and go punch an alien in the face. My God.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space.
He tried so hard not to laugh, and then you could see it on his face. He was just dying. He was like, "Nope, got to get through the take. Got to get through the take. Just say it, space." Oh boy,
that was great.
I love that clip. Yes, exactly like that. Space.
It's an absolute legend.
I love him. He's great. Yeah, I had a roller coaster with Pokemon from Gen 4 onward. I liked everything before Gen 4, and then it was just up and down. It was Gen 4 not very good. Gen 5, I really enjoyed Gen 5. Like, Black and White 2 are probably objectively my favorite Pokemon games in the series.
I had a blast with Black and White and Black and White 2.
They're great.
They're fantastic games.
And
I enjoy Sword
then
and Shield personally, not Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon personally. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I didn't like as much because I didn't like what they did with the story for the sequel. They made it less about, hey, we need to go stop somebody that, like, the side character is deeply related to.
Yeah, it didn't feel as grounded.
It didn't feel as grounded. Like, the Ultra Beasts were, like, this crazy, mysterious thing, and we had no idea what they were doing. But the story focused about, like, yo, let's go off, let's go be Pokemon champion. Let's go explore this new region. Let's spend time with Lily, and then we have to deal with her. Then we have to deal with her freaking mom. And then you go off and you be the league champion, and you are the first one because they just fucking finished building it. The story felt personal. And then with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, it's just like, oh, we're just going to take a lot of these personal details out because we're afraid of people thinking our characters are in relationships. I'm not even joking.
I don't know if that was the development choice, but eh. You want to put up a reflect? How about I swords dance in your face?
I think one of the things about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon that drove that home for me was I think they cut out the scene with you and Lily on the island with the giant fucking Exegutors. They straight cut that scene, I think.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That's one of the best scenes in the game, and they were just like, nope.
Okay, then. Miss Command and Conquer FMV style segments that so much souls. Same with the early Need for Speed. Yeah, I played Command and Conquer Generals, and I played Need for Speed Underground, and yeah, some of the. I don't know if Underground had any of the FMV cutscenes. I think they had a couple, but it wasn't too many. So.
They had a couple of FMV cutscenes. Generals didn't have as many, I don't think.
Yeah.
Red Alert had plenty.
Red Alert had a lot of them. So hey, look, Brick Break can break through that reflect. Perfect.
I never played any of the Red Alert games. I played Generals a truckload when I was younger. I was good in trying to find a ROM of it.
You're probably going to have to get an MS-DOS emulator. It's not an emulator. It's called something else, but there's a way to like emulate old computer games using an MS-DOS, almost like a homebrew program for it, basically. So I've been thinking about getting that for the best education game ever made. Don't say what it is.
I don't even remember what it is. My memory's like selective. I'll remember stupid things about our childhood and then nothing else.
Well, anyway, at some point on the stream, we'll be playing the best education game ever made, and I won't tell you what it is. I'll wait to let it be a surprise, but if anyone actually guesses what it is, I will be shocked.
I'm amazed you're
Because
playing
I don't even know if
educational
anybody
game.
even remembers what that game is, so... Well, see, the thing about that particular educational game is that it was actually fun as a game, and it wasn't just there to be educational for the grade that it's for, so...
On a side note, you now have no excuse to play Doom and Doom Eternal. Ancient Gods
Is all
Part 2
the...
is out.
Okay, so all the DLC's out?
Yep.
Okay.
From what I understand, unless they come out of nowhere and announce a Part 3.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'd like to play Doom at this point. It's just, the only problem that I'm having right now is that I'm thinking about the fact that after my safety training is over, eventually I'm going to get a job and I'm going to move out of the house. So I kind of have to focus on particular consoles so I don't have to take or buy a whole bunch of consoles when I leave. Like, if I just sort of do what I've been doing and I go, you know, okay, I'm going to play this and this and this and just go from different, you know, through all of the different places and use a whole bunch of different consoles and spread it out fairly evenly, I'm going to end up having to buy a PS2, take the Wii with me, I'm going to end up buying a PS3, a PS4, and a Switch. And that's a lot of hardware to just have, you know? So, probably what I'm going to end up doing, I was thinking about it today, and I might post an update video about it as well at some point once I kind of get it all together here. I might end up focusing more in the next few months on PS2 games specifically, because that console of all of them is the weakest link in terms of how many streams it'll take for me to finish all the games I want to play on it. And also games for the GameCube and Wii might also be focused on, because those there are a few that I want to play, and some of them are pretty long. Like Skies of Arcadia is going to take a while to beat, but
Did I suggest that?
you did, but I think you switched to Paper Mario, which also is going to be beaten before I ideally, I'll be beating all of those before I leave. Like,
Yeah, Conquer also makes a good point. PC too.
yeah, and a new PC. It will become necessary at that point as well, so that will also add to my expenses. And so, if I kind of cut down on the number of consoles I need to take with me, that will make it much easier for me, because then I basically can just be like, okay, I buy a PS3, I buy a PS4, and I go from there. We do have 2 PS3s. I might take one of them with me, and that would cut down on my funds even more. Yeah, because you
don't use it anymore.
That's what I was going to say. You don't use yours anymore, so I might
still
even
works.
use yours. Well, we can take it out of the box and we can find out.
It's not in the box. It's been sitting out in the open for a while.
Oh, well, then I should probably dust it first. Like, get a can of air.
I need a can of compressed air for cleaning my PC. Also, in the name of God, when you build your computer, fucking come to me for help.
Oh no, I will if I build it from parts and stuff.
First rule: don't buy a case from Corsair. They work very well, but Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ!
The screws didn't exactly work out when we built it, huh?
You were there.
Oh yeah. I will definitely ask in the Discord if I'm building anything. It'll be a group project basically. I'll keep everybody up to date
I have a
as
list
I'm going
of
along.
like 10 things that you should be getting with your computer. First being, make sure, and this is like enormous, do not water cool your first PC.
No, I wasn't planning on it.
Hi, other Conquer.
Conker's twin, hello, welcome. We are slowly dismantling Team Rocket in Silphco.
So, first rule, do not water cool your first PC. Build your first PC, get an air cooler, get a, it's like a specific one. I can't remember the name of it. But get that specific brand because it works really well for your first cooler. It's a sub $100, and it's just amazing for what it does. Second of all, never go with the base fans for your case unless you're buying something ridiculous. Like, always get extra fans.
Oh, you buried a few things in my backyard? Well, I hope Jaeger didn't give you too much trouble back there. He, sometimes he doesn't like strangers, but I mean, if you got out of there, well, he wouldn't, like, you know, try to be violent towards you, but he would bark pretty aggressively. So hopefully he didn't give you too much trouble while you were back there. I'll have to go see what you buried in a little while.
Now I'm mad. I need to look up what cooler I'm using.
Don't remember. We should have quite a bit of money by the time we're done in here. We're already pushing 150k. I don't even know what I'm going to use it on.
No, to a D15. That's what it is.
Okay. Let's see. So you're almost 38. You could be 40 pretty quickly. You're almost at 40, so that'll help us a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly why you don't want to water cool your PC, is because there's too much potential for error, especially for a first-time installation. water coolers can be better from what I understand, and that's just from my research in cooling your PC. But it's not worth it for your first one. An air cooler, especially a Noctuo, will keep that shit freezing cold. I mean, Jimmy's felt my computer. The only time that thing runs out of warm air is when I'm playing 14, and that's at like 200-300 FPS.
Yeah, he gets 220 FPS in Final Fantasy 14. It's pretty ridiculous. But for most games, his computer used to be a heater, a space heater basically for how hot it ran. It's an air conditioner now. So
I can play Doom at this point at really high FPS without my computer getting way too hot at all. It is kind of insanity.
So this is where you get the gift Lapras in this game. It would normally be in that room up there where I am, but, you know. So yeah, if we didn't have a water type already, this would be a decent one. I will take good care of it then.
Indeed, Conker's Twin. I haven't quite beaten Doom Eternal myself yet. I'm taking my time so I don't lose my fucking mind because I forget to blink and breathe, and I twitch constantly.
Big Lapras, 10 feet tall, this one. Let's read Lapras's Pokedex entry, shall we? Lapras is a gentle soul that can understand human speech. It can ferry people across the sea on its back. We can't quite do that yet, but I'll keep it in mind for later.
So cute.
I love Lapras. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, but I always have a problem including it in the team because of that secondary ice typing. Usually I have a problem with that because I end up having to worry about my fighting type weakness on the team. I don't like it when I have like 3 weaknesses to the same type. It gives me conniptions, so. id Software kind of nerfed everything, bro. Oh boy, water cooling's a huge meme. See numerous cases of the thing literally exploding and making a mess. It's not conductive, so it's going to break your PC, but still a mess to clean. Not going to break your PC, but still a mess to clean and fix. I would rather avoid that, so I'll keep that in mind.
The only water coolers I've seen recommended are NZXT and a few other small ones. And those have radiators, which take up fan slots at the front of your computer, but water coolers are rare to install.
Whoa! It's a good Lapras.
Damn!
I wonder if you get guaranteed decent IVs in these gift Pokemon. I don't know. It's bold, though, so that kind of, if you want to make a special attacker, there you go. Boy, that sounds top of the line, I'll tell you what. I've seen some ghetto-ass cooling systems. Literally duct taping a fan to the side of the case. Brazil's quite something. Yeah, that is a very good Lapras. And like I said, the bold nature means it's a pretty good physical wall as well.
Thick.
Doesn't have the best special attack because I didn't, increase its nature from that, but it's got a great IV for it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Did I talk to you? Oh, remember the guy that was talking to us about that in one of the terminal areas where they were saying, yeah, there might be, I think it was one of Professor Oak's aides, actually, was talking about a Pokeball that caught Pokemon better than the Ultra Balls, and apparently they are working on one, the Master Ball. So hopefully we'll
I find it endlessly amusing.
figure this out.
It's always like, oh, there's only one Master Ball in the entire game. You'd think eventually they're going to figure out the technology. It's always only one.
Well, I mean, actually, you can get more than one in some of the other games. You just have to get it by the lottery, which you basically never get, so.
That is true. I imagine getting your hands on essentially the cutting edge of Pokeball technology that essentially says, no, the Pokemon is caught regardless. Not only would they be limited, it would also be extremely difficult to get.
You know what's funny as hell, though? In this game, if you go to the final dungeon of the game in the post-game, there's actually a spot where you can farm Master Balls.
Are you fucking with me?
No, it's a hidden item on one of the floors in the post-game dungeon. You can farm Master Balls there. It's very rare, but you can find one there. So. It was free, too. The store called the police on you on the way out, but it was free. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good deal, then. As long as it was free, you can't really do much better than free. Joints still stiff?
No, I just have a voice.
Oh. Ooh, Magneton. Get him, Interceptor. Just like that Magnemite in Lieutenant Surge's gym. Blech. Nice. I like Magneton as well. It's also one of my favorite Pokemon. But it doesn't have the best special defense unless you fix it with a certain hold item that we don't have access to in this game because hold items don't exist, so.
Eat.
So yeah, like I said, apparently some of the Silphco scientists have defected to Team Rocket, so that's just no good. I also recognize this picture. This is probably... That's either the Tin Tower or the Burn Tower pre its burning down. I'm not really sure. Probably the Tin Tower based on the foliage around it. I remember the autumn leaves there from Heart Gold and Soul Silver being a main thing. Actually, instead of healing with an item, we can go... I'll go heal because our power points are looking a little low. Then we'll go do a few more floors and then we'll probably call it a day. Might not get all of Silphco done today, but we'll do the best we can. Had to do a little bit of a detour, so rather than just storming through the front door. I wonder if this is the same spy as the one that gave us the rocket set before in the hideout, or if it's a different one.
They just give you a Team Rocket.
And they said, well, it's only really for fashion, because if you try to wear it around the rockets, they'll recognize that you're too young to join Team Rocket anyway and just completely annihilate you. It's like, okay, well, I mean, fashion it is. This office space looks a little familiar. I think there's one similar to this on the previous floor, on the 5th floor. But are you all right? Yes, they are, and we're going to stop them. After we, loot the whole place dry from all the items that Team Rocket left all over the floor. I wonder what that's supposed to be. Could be the ruins of Alf, or it could be...
That looks like the spear pillar to me.
Yeah, it could be the spear pillar as well, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I was also going to say it could be the Stonehenge-looking things in that one town in Gen 6, but I don't remember the name of the town. Now I'm going to start looking at all the photos to see what they are. I mean, that's supposed to be Zapdos right there, so... Or just an Ultra Ball logo. Could be. Although the Ultra Ball...
Or just an electric-type logo.
Yeah, it could be that, too. I wouldn't be shocked if they got the inspiration for how the Ultra Ball looks from Zapdos, though, because it has... that coloring is awfully familiar when it comes to that, although we can't see Zapdos yet, so we'll have to see that in a little while. Well, sorry to say it, Raticate, but that defense drop ain't gonna help you. Well, I mean, that's one way to tell your boss that you don't like where you're working. They have Cole had a thing on Facebook. It was somebody putting a cake on the break room table, and the cake had the filling and stuff on top of it, and it said "I quit" on it. Oh boy.
You have to sell. Quit my job that way.
You're gonna work in a grocery store?
No. I'm just gonna buy the cake and bring it to work.
Go through all that trouble. Oh boy. Conker says Spear Pillar as well. So you both are probably correct. It has that look to it. So I wouldn't be shocked.
Shit. Kicked my water bottle.
Oh jeez. Okay. Neither, how close are you to 40 so I can give you that rare candy so you're ahead of Stitch finally? Oh. Well, yeah, I didn't anticipate... I caught the Eevee at level 39, while everybody else was at 37. I didn't anticipate catching an Eevee at that high of a level. It could have been like as low as 33, so I said, okay, well, we're all about 36, 37. I should probably go catch it. Then all of a sudden, level 39 Eevee. Okay. But yeah, now the team is complete, by the way. There will be no more changes to the team from here on. Ferdinand is, unfortunately... probably going to be taking a seat for the rest of the playthrough. But he'll keep Pallet Town protected while we're gone, so that'll be useful to us. And he's close to home anyway, so he can go back to Viridian Forest whenever he wants, so...
That should be all 4 Rocket Sisters now.
I think this is the last one or the second to last one. And I think the picture behind her was Mount Coronet, if I recall correctly. Because that's... I mean... Usually, if you're looking at a tall mountain in the Pokemon games, at least nowadays, it's probably Mount Coronet. Unless it's from Unova, but that's not a mountain, that's the giant chasm, so a little bit different. This will do, like, yeah, I was gonna say, like, nothing at all. Snorlax, you're so thick! It's too bad he can't get Curse in this game, or he'd be as good as he is in Gen 2. And I'll be honest, I thought about using a Snorlax in Gen 2 just because of the fact that he's so freaking busted in Gen 2. Like, you get Body Slam, Shadow Ball, Curse, and Rest, and nothing kills him. He just kills everything. So, I mean, you could get Sleep Talk as well, but I like to have, like, actually, can he learn Shadow Ball? Well, if he can't learn Shadow Ball, he can learn Earthquake in Gen 2. And if you have those, you've basically got coverage against everything, so...
A tragedy in 3 parts.
Oh boy. Yeah, it could be Mount Silver as well, that's true. Unfortunately, we can't look at them and really see what it is, so... It depends on the angle, right? Because if this is taken from the south side of Mount Coronet, it probably wouldn't be Mount Coronet because the land behind it is not covered in snow. So in that case, I would say yes, Mount Silver. But if it's taken from the north, maybe, because there's some foliage around it. So it could have been taken in the summer from the northern part of Mount Coronet. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, you know. Interceptor, how are you on experience here? You and Totoro are the ones that really need the XP to catch up to everybody at the moment. Okay. Mithra, let's see, how much EXP did you get from the last battle? So 4513 for you. And Stitch to 41, you need 1020. Yeah, definitely giving Mithra the the rare candy. Get her back to the top. Oh, I've got 2 of them now. Okay. To keep that in mind, I might give one to Interceptor or Totoro. Not sure yet. I'll figure it out. But I think we can let Totoro have a bit of a rest now. He's been duking it out with everybody for a little while, so let's let Interceptor have a chance at fighting some people. Are you all right? Well, I'm working on that. I gotta get all the way down from here. Apparently, this is the break room. Got a water cooler and everything. Does this have fresh water in it? Yes, it does. Oh my god. Oh, that's great. I love it. I gotta see if there's any other water coolers now. See if there's any fresh water in those. Oh boy. Well, where did he transfer you? I mean, I don't know about that, unless you tipped them off. But, I mean, you could have tipped them off about the Master Ball. This guy's the reason why they came in here in the first place.
Beat the shit out of him.
I mean, I'm sure Team Rocket would have figured it out anyway, eventually, but with the Master Ball, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, it could be either one. I'm not really sure. If they have a picture of the Spear Pillar already, then it's probably more likely that it's Mount Silver, because that would mean that they have different generations covered, you know.
Oh god, Mount Silver.
Although they've also got the Tin Tower in there, so that would be... I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah, we won't be going to Mount Silver for quite some time. Like I said, the next Pokemon game that I'm playing is probably going to be Colosseum. It won't be immediately after this, but I don't want to go back to Kanto just yet. More so because of the fact that I just played Kanto, but also because of the fact that I kind of need to focus on PS2 and Wii games, or GameCube games, as it were.
Are you playing in Wii? Oh, GameCube games.
GameCube games mostly, and then Super Mario Galaxy is the only Wii game that I actually have, that I actually own, that I'm planning on playing for the stream, so...
I see.
But that's a little bit of a ways off yet. I've got, I think, 5 games on either the GameCube or the Wii that I'll be playing. Let's see. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD, Skies of Arcadia, and Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, that's about right. And then, for the PS2, really the only ones that I got to think about in any acute fashion... Ah, God damn it, I got burned. The only ones I really have to worry about in any acute order would be the first Legend of Spyro game. And I know it seems strange that I would choose to play a game like the Legend of Spyro trilogy after playing the excellent Spyro Reignited trilogy. The Legend of Spyro is nothing by comparison to those, but I mean, I kind of like them. They've got a little bit of their own charm. So, but of those, the only one that's on the PS2 that I would actually be playing is A New Beginning, which is the first one. The Eternal Night I would play on the GBA, which I could play on my computer, and Dawn of the Dragon is on the PS3. So, but other than those two, the main ones that might take a little while would be Digital Devil Sagas 1 and 2. they don't currently have an HD remaster announced. Now, Atlas may announce it at some point, but if I play those sometime soon and put a little bit of traffic to Digital Devil Saga, I might actually be able to help out with people who want those to get an HD remaster. It may only be some small amount, but that's the plan. I don't know if that means I'm going to wait to play the Nocturne HD remaster until after I've done Digital Devil Sagas, but I may do that. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see.
I think they finally got a release date for it.
For the Nocturne one? Have to look that one up.
SMT Nocturne remake.
Atlas, we literally don't fucking care.
Release date, yes.
Boy, that's
February
helpful.
20th. Oh, fuck off.
Boy, that's helpful. Yeah, it gave him the release date, all right, but the release date of the original version. Ah, okay. So the Mass
PS4,
Effect.
Nintendo Switch, PC via Steam.
Ah, nice. So yeah, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is going to come out on what's it called? On the 14th, and then that's going to come out on the 25th, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Very interessante. Seems like May is going to be the month to.
May is going to be the month when my wallet dies. Because lest you not forget, Jimmy, I still owe you the Nocturne remake.
There we go. Apparently there's some other berries in these potted plants as well. To keep that in mind. Although mostly I'm going to just start looking at the planters, though. So.
I have some work to do on models upstairs, so I will see you later.
Okay, bye, Cole.
Make sure I
Do your model stuff. This is the 5th floor, so we've already been here. I don't think there's anything else in here, unless there's a water cooler, which I'm going to go check now. Probably not a, excuse me, water cooler in here, but especially not in there. But now that I saw fresh water in the one, I gotta look. No tail there. Let's see. And nothing in there either. Anything in these potted plants? No, it doesn't look like it. I wonder what this one is. That's kind of tricky because, I mean, it's just an island in the sea. Although, if those are not clouds in the middle top section of it in the sky there, those would probably be Wingull. So that would mean it would either be a Lola, or, more likely, I would say it's probably like Dewford Town or something like that from Hoenn. I can't go this way, can I? Nope. Okay. Keep in mind that guy has that Porygon for later, by the way. It'll be something that we'll have to come back for. We can't do anything with it until after we... Oh. Okay. Silver Nanab berries, okay. I'm glad I caught that before I went downstairs. But yeah, we can't do anything with the Porygon for now, but later on, we might be able to do something with it. So... Alright, 4th floor, so we've got this floor, the 3rd floor, and the 2nd floor to clear out, and then we can go to town after that. We can actually finish this place up. So, I'm just going to look around first before I go take on that grunt. Silphco is a long building to get through. There's a lot to do in here, so I hope you like all these little Pokemon battles that we're doing. It's a good thing he hid from that guy, because that guy seems like he's on the ball there. Which one's the one with the department store? Lily Cove, I think? Yeah, it could be Lily Cove as well, yeah. I mean, really, it could be any of the coastal towns in Hoenn, frankly, because they all kind of blend together eventually. Hoenn's like 33% water, so, you know, it all kind of blends together. I mean, I like the Hoenn region, don't get me wrong. It feels more tropical than the previous two regions because of all the water. It's not more tropical necessarily, but... I mean, with the volcano and all the water, it's like that. And it gives you an excuse to go use a whole bunch of electric and grass types. But, yeah, I mean, I can understand where people are coming from when they say, no, it's got too much water. It's like, well, I guess if you didn't raise the right Pokemon. I feel conflicted, though, about what they did in Emerald when they had Wallace be the Pokemon League champion. Because on the one hand, it fits, right? Because it's a region that's 33% water. So it might even be more than 33% water now that I think about it. But it's a region that's got a good chunk of its area that's just surfing routes. And So, of course, because there's so much water there, you would have a champion that has water types. It just seems to make sense from a logical standpoint, from a lore standpoint, of course. But at the same time, it's more water. It's like I haven't already fought 10 routes worth of water types to get here. Now I gotta fight a water type champion too? I don't know. I guess I'm just conflicted. Whatever. It's not really a big deal. I like Hoenn, so... I grew up with Hoenn. A lot of the car trips that we took when I was younger, I spent a long time in Hoenn. So... Storage room! We got Flamethrower and Dragon Pulse from other ones. What fancy TMs we got in here? Yes, and that's true as well. The 8th gym leader was also a water-type gym leader, so that doesn't really help us. I almost feel like they should have just switched Steven and Wallace in Emerald. I mean, I'm okay with Juan. I like the guy, but if they would have switched Steven to be like a Steel-type gym leader for Sootopolis, and or Sootopolis, however you want to say it, and then had Wallace be the champion, I feel like it would have felt more balanced, you know? Steel is a pretty decent type for the final gym anyway, because, you know, it's the Steel type. It's very defensive and all that stuff, so... But, I don't know. That's what I would have done, personally, but maybe it would have changed too much in Sootopolis, and they didn't want to do that. I don't know. I don't think we'll be playing Emerald for the stream at any point. I played it a long time ago for my channel, back when Cole, Steve, and I did our Pokemon Versus playthrough. Back in, like, God, what was it, like 2012? Good lord, it's been a while. But when we did that, I actually played Emerald off-screen, and all of the... After we got a gym badge in each case, we ended up battling one another in Pokemon XD. So, it was interesting. I used what I'd like to believe is a fairly competent team. And a few of the Pokemon that I used in that team, you'll actually see again in some of my other playthroughs of Pokemon. So I guess Arcanine isn't the only one that's you're going to see twice. Although Arcanine, you'll probably see twice in quicker succession than the other ones, because... when we play White 2, I'll be using an Arcanine as well. Because he's my buddy. Thanks, Conqueror. I'd like to believe we did a decent job with it. Man, I got badly poisoned again. I'd like to believe we did a pretty good job with it. It was fun to record, too. Like, we just kind of played it off-screen, and we you know, just shot the shit about it while we were playing them, and then we would jump on and just meme for 45 minutes while we beat each other's Pokemon up, so it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, so... Are we going to see Garchomp again? Maybe. If we do a Hoenn playthrough, I may consider it. Or we'll just, you know, catch a Garchomp if we ever do Gen 4, and we'll name it Skitty. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I think, if I remember right, one of the really, like, a long time ago, we're talking, like, at least a decade ago, one of the people who did Pokemon playthroughs way back in the day actually did that, where they caught a Geibel for their Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, one of the 3 playthroughs, and they named it as Skitty, if I recall correctly. It's been a really long time, but that's what my brain is telling me at the moment, and I have a tendency to sometimes listen to my brain, because 50% of the time it steers me correctly 100% of the time, so... But yeah, we might see Garchomp again. If we go back to Hoenn, I might at least give her a cameo appearance, or him. I forget if it was a male or female Delcatty. I had to tell you what, though, that thing was not very useful in battle. I really had to work to make sure that thing did anything after the 4th gym in battle. I didn't go in here yet. Check for fresh water. Pikachu's swinging her tail around, so yep, fresh water. Okay, well, you can check the water coolers if you're missing out on fresh water anywhere. We look through the entirety of that area. Well, that's not good. They're supposed to be your friends. Yes, the all-powerful, fear-inducing Skitty. Yes, exactly. I don't remember who it was that talked about that, but, you know. So I may not be able to actually do that if we ever go back, or if we ever play a Gen 4 game. I don't have plans to play any of the Gen 4 games, personally. I mean, I like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I'd rather just play Crystal, to be honest. Especially with the way that I'm going to be doing things in Gen 1 and Gen 2. I have a trick up my sleeve for Gen 1 and Gen 2 that I think will be kind of interesting for the canon and, like, the timeline, basically. So it'll be a little bit more of an interesting story than usual. And I won't talk about that anymore until we actually see it in action. Probably won't see it really do much of anything until Crystal, but yeah, just know that I've got something up my sleeve when we play those games. A bit of a trick. But we'll see more of that later. We're almost all at the point where we're going to break level 40 here, so that's not too bad. Should help us out pretty good. And I mean, once we clear through the Silphco, I'm sure the gym leader in Saffron will be like, yeah, in recognition of you helping out our town, you can come challenge me now, right? Okay, let's take care of this Electrode. And then I think we're done on this floor, so then it's just the third floor and the second floor. I'll probably go take care of the second floor, and then we'll call it a day, I think. Because then we can come back on Tuesday, we can finish this up, and then we can move from there. So. Now see, that right there is your problem, sir. You punish them when they do something wrong, and you treat them like garbage. Well, yeah, I know that. I got in here with a card key. Then again, you could get in there with a teleporter, too, so. Yeah, you don't have to get in there with the card key. Let's see. I think we're still okay for now. Let's check everybody's EXP real quick. I just want to make sure that we're all kind of close together. You're a full level behind everybody else, but that's okay. I think I still have at least one rare candy that I might be able to give you to get you a little closer. Good. I should probably give it to you, though, shouldn't I? So that way you're up there with everybody else. And Littlefoot is almost 40, so he's in good shape. Do I still have that rare candy? Let me see if I want to distribute it to anybody. I do still have it. Okay. Let's see. I think I'll hold on to it for now. Man, it might come in handy if I want to evolve a Pokemon, I guess, but I'd rather save it for my team. I'm aiming to have everybody between levels 50 and 52 for when we take on the Elite Four and the Champion. So we'll see if that's how it all turns out. We definitely won't be at their level. Like, we'll be at the level of the first member of the Elite Four if we get to between 50 and 52. But beyond that point, they're going to have at least a couple of levels on us. By the time we're done with the League, they actually nerfed the level of the League in this game to be mostly in the 50s. As a matter of fact, all in the 50s. You get to, like, the Champion, and they've got, like, mid to high 50s for their entire team. So they nerfed them a little bit because they have less battles in the game. But, yeah, we won't even be quite there yet. We'll have... Super Fang's actually going to hurt here. Our Pokemon will probably be low 50s for the League. So by the time we get to the Champion, they'll have, 5, 6, maybe even 7 levels on us. Should make for an interesting challenge, I think. Yes, sir, you done goofed. You didn't give Venusaur enough experience to level up off of that, even though it was an evolved Pokemon. Man, there's a lot of trainers in here. I probably should have healed Snorlax before this fight, shouldn't I? Oh, well. Oh, this guy looks like the kind of guy that would break down a door with an axe and adjust his glasses so that the light reflects off them and go, "Here's Jerry." I know it's "Here's Johnny" in the actual movie, but I couldn't help it once I saw his pose, Okay, Emery, tank a whatever this guy's gonna do for me, please, and then just dig. So Swift actually can maybe still hit me while I'm underground, so this might actually get a little interesting. Because I didn't heal Emery either. Nope, can't hit underground in this one. Used to be able to, not anymore. So apparently, You can badly poison somebody by toxicking them while they're underground, but you can't use Swift on them. You know, the move that never misses. Okay, game. Whatever you say. Okay, now let's heal because I could probably use it a little bit. Let's see. Hyper Potion for Snorlax. At least I'm getting some mileage out of all the money I spent on those. I'd rather they not just sit in my inventory for, you know, a while. Top off Emery just about. I got some fresh water. I'll give it to Interceptor, even though he's a fire type, he can actually still heal from it, so. Okay. That's that. Now, let's keep going around here. Grab all the items. Yeah, this place is a bit of a gauntlet. It almost tires you out by the time you're done with it. Or maybe that's just me because I feel tired at the moment. I don't know. Maybe it's my brain saying, oh man, Monday's tomorrow. I don't mind. It's like, like I said, I actually enjoy some of the stuff that I'm doing in my vocational training. But I think it's just because of the fact that my brain is permanently scarred for Mondays for the rest of my life because of the fact that it's like the day that everybody hates, you know? No, don't have the big red R on my chest there, lady, so. Oh, what do you got? Oh. Well, why didn't you use that on Team Rocket? You probably could have blasted them all out of the building with it. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's that. So yeah, for rescuing that lady, you get TM42 Self-Destruct, which, by the way, Snorlax can learn in case you need a nuke for some reason. It would probably do way a lot of damage, like obscene amounts. I don't even know how much damage we're talking there. Wouldn't be as much as it was in previous generations, but obscene amounts. Like, the strongest that Snorlax has ever been in terms of his moveset is probably, like, Gen 2. But Gen 3, he was still pretty good because curse stalling was still a thing that you did a lot in Gen 3. And he got access to self-destruct in Gen 3. And I don't know if you know anything about self-destruct, but back in Gen 3, self-destruct still hit through defense. Like, it ignored the opponent's defense back in Gen 3. So, yeah. That killed everything. No luck with these poisons, I'll tell you what, though. Oh, good lord. I mean, Sludge Bomb has a 30% poison rate, so I should expect it, but... Sorry, I had to stretch. I would prefer not. Yeah, apparently that's how it works, Conquer. It falls into the hole of the toxic sludge. And then, but apparently, yeah, the stars that literally the only point and purpose of the move is that they track people. Nope, won't track underground. Completely lost. I don't know. Probably has something to do with magnets or some shit. I don't know. As for the toxic sludge, I guess it could just be fumes, but, like, you're really stretching the point there, you know? Okay, Emery's level 40 now as well. Nice. So it's just you and Totoro now, Interceptor. Once you two get there, we'll all be in great shape. I think we've got one more trainer down here, and then it's just the third floor, so... but let's take care of the big problem in the room right now. There we go. Hyper Potion, Interceptor will be good. Yeah, some of these guys hurt a little bit. Don't take them for granted. They can do some decent damage to you, so... Of course, at the rate I'm going, I'll probably be such a high level by the time I'm done in both here and the gym. Because here's the thing about the next two gyms, right? Is that you don't gain access to the 5th and 6th gyms, at least in terms of levels, until you get to about level 40. And then you can go challenge the Fuchsia Gym, which we've actually not seen yet. But the thing is that in both of those cases, the gyms are... Their Pokemon are at the same level. So, like, you're expected, basically, to challenge one gym and then immediately challenge the next one. And at the rate I'm going... Excuse me, I'm trying to... Got a little gas stuck in there. Gotta burp a little bit, get it out. Anyway, too much information. Anyway, yeah, if you... challenge one and then challenge the other, and you go through all of Silphco like this, we might actually even end up over-leveled for one of them because of the fact that their highest level Pokemon in those gyms is like 44. So we're pushing that pretty quickly at the moment. We'll have to see, though. It'll depend on how many trainers I fight. And then even after that, there's 2 different routes to get to Fuchsia City. You can go all the way down the dock area by Route 12 and go all the way through routes 12, 13, 14, and 15 to get there. Or you could use Pokemon Road to get there, which is Route 16, 17, and 18. We'll probably use the latter because we've already been to Pokemon Road and fought a trainer there. But that means there's a whole bunch of trainers with Pokemon in the high 30s in level where you'll just be fighting and fighting and fighting for, like, at least a couple of hours to get through that section, and there isn't a whole lot of challenge to it because you just go, you know? I don't know. We'll figure out how it's going to all work eventually. Trying to stay under level game. Give me a break. Actually, this is very good for us unless he's got like a Zubat or something, because Dig's going to go off next turn and just completely annihilate this coughing. No self-destruct for you. Blech. Gotcha. Cool. That takes care of that. Now, one more, and then we can head up to the 9th floor. We can rest up, and I'm going to call it a day there. We'll take care of the entirety of the 3rd floor once we come back on Tuesday. So, I think Fuchsia's a little lower compared to Saffron, but not by too much. You might be right. I'd have to check the levels again. I don't know that 100% offhand, but I seem to recall them being at least pretty close together. But we'll see when we get that far. It's not too far off from here. Once we're done in Silphco, the Rockets will be out of the way of Saffron Gym, and then we can go down Pokemon Road, and we can get right to Fuchsia Gym from there, so. I'm sorry to say it, sir, but the poison that you're going to inflict on me eventually with Sludge will probably do more damage than the Sludge itself. Best way to get through Snorlax would probably be to self-destruct, but you aren't even going to get that chance, are you? Whoop-ap! Gotcha. And that takes care of all but the extremes there. Just the 3rd floor, and then anybody else that's waiting for us on the, that one floor where we saw our rival, and the 11th floor on the opposite side of the area there. But we'll worry about that a different day. For now, let's take the elevator up and get some rest before we continue dismantling the Team Rocket regime inside of Silph Company. I could have kept talking there and ended the episode, but I realized it would take me too long to run all the way over here, talk to the nurse, pet Pikachu, and then call it a day. So we'll just do this first, and then we'll be good to go. But will we be able to take Team Rocket out of commission here in Silphco and liberate the company from their evil ways? And what else will we have to do as a trainer after we're done here? I mean, we've got 4 more badges to go. Who will want to take our challenge next? Find out on the next episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the Stream Edition. You can play with my hair if you'd like, just as long as you're in fighting shape by Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You play with my hair all you want there, Mithra. But yes, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, when we will take the fight to the top of Silph Company. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Oh, got another little thing. Oh, what you got for me? A heart scale. Actually, that's really nice because that can be used to relearn old moves later on in the game. Nice find, Mithra. Thank you. Hang on. Let me give you a justifiable reward after all of that. There you go. I'm glad you liked it. It was the only one I have for now. I'm sure we'll find more later.